That's a funny coloured deer, especially that one in the middle.
Yeah. Plaid doesn't exactly work for that sort of thing.
It's like, I don't know, anime creature in the spotlight, maybe. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I've got my stooges with me, look. One of them's particular. Is that purple or pink, before I mess it up?
It's a purplish pink.
Helpful. Thank you, Spacebar. That really does the job. I've got my comrades in arms, Mr. Farrell, Mr. Spacebar with me. And we're somewhere a little bit different.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a trade surplus or Malcolm or anything.
No, in fact, very, very much. Maybe even cooperative? I don't know. What I do know is that there's a giant Armco logo, and that we are running the public beta test that technically ended on Thursday, but figured, given there was a lot of people that didn't get a chance to see that public beta test, which was a beta test of the economy update, we might as well give you guys a little bit of a look this evening. Have a look together, explore a bit how things are going and what this is all about. Obviously, this is early stage update. As I understand it, this is due to come out in like December or something. So
is it really?
Yeah,
That's what was rumored.
That's what was rumored. So we're like miles off of this actually being released. So I would expect a few issues and so on, but nonetheless, we might as well have a little peek together. So it is something from the old Armco server. This was one of the start bases. We just needed somewhere cheap and cheerful to start off tonight that wasn't another one. I refuse to use Keen's Easy Start Base, basically. I won't use it. I was wandering around it earlier, and they've set up some of the doors as airlocks, but they've put the doors the wrong way round to be able to use them as airlocks. So the doors are butting up against each other, so there's no space between them. And you're like, but why? Why would you?
I mean, they're literally set up to be airlocks.
That's like the whole point, surely, I thought. Oh, hey, see, look. Right then, we should probably get going, because we need to build ourselves a ship for doing some trading or whatnot, and also, what I didn't do was get rid of the ore handling facility nearby, so we may end up with some attention from assailants at some point nearby.
Free parts.
How are you guys playing on the beta?
Good.
I know this sounds harsh, but I'm not going to tell you, because I don't think Keen would be particularly happy if I was publicising that knowledge. Let's just say there are ways in which you can do it, as evidenced by this, but I'd rather not be the one that was going around shouting about how. If you wanted to work it out, it's not particularly difficult to work out how.
I think one of the devs is even asking how many people are going to keep it.
Were they?
Yeah, it was Inflex, I think. One of them.
It's worth noting as well, if they wanted to stop this method from working, there is a very straightforward way of doing it. You know, just increment the version a couple more, and suddenly this won't work no longer. Okay, plans. Someone want to join me and I'll go and find us some more? And does someone want to see if we can... In fact, we should probably all go and find ore first, because I don't know how...
Yeah.
You want to have a quick look in the inventory, Farrell, and see if we've got anything in this? I doubt it.
Actually, I'm already over towards the platinum signal.
Okay, you've already gone. Roger that.
I know what we need right off the bat, so I'm grabbing some.
Well, and
I'm
conveniently,
aboard.
there's a signal right over there that says, oh, look, platinum here. Right, let me have a quick check if we've got anything in the inventory. No, we are completely empty, so I will head... Spacebar, get aboard. Let's head Farrell's direction. We got cargo aboard the... What did I call this? The Mumba. Because once upon a time, this is also repurposed, I'll admit. Once upon a time, this did have knobs all over the top of it. Oh, holy hell, one who is up. Thank you, man. How are we all doing today? What about you two? I'm doing fine, but I will not answer for my comrades.
Yep.
Little
No
tired.
complaints.
Not at work. That's all that matters right now.
Yeah, that's normally pretty helpful. Also, I don't actually think, even this is called the Mumba, I don't think it was actually designed to be used on the moon, so this should be relatively interesting. I think what I'm going to do is jump most of it.
Yeah, it's very interesting so far. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's just like a short par 5 from the base over here, so a little bit of a good bit of air. You should be fine.
I'm trying to avoid getting caught in some of these sand traps, and I think I might have just damaged my connector.
Yep. Yeah,
Not
it's
the-
working.
Not that I think we need it, but yeah. Oh god, this may have been a mistake. Am I going to lose our vehicle immediately? I'm only 1.2 clicks out, but I feel like I took a really bad route.
I don't like how close to the ground I am right now.
We used them, Frosty, we used the modded cockpit. I had to put the industrial one at the start, and yes, that means that they are not connected. Pretty rushed, put together. Hey everybody that's joining now, so just to explain to everybody what's going on here, we are trying out the public beta test of the economy update, which is in progress by Keen. Oh, there's some magnesium here. Spacebar. Mark this down. Magnesium and nickel and silicon. So, yeah, the test is not still on. We just kept the files so that we could do a bit more A, testing, and B, hopefully give a chance to show you guys what the economy update's all about, which is what the plan is today. Lol, when you point it downwards like this, it creates an arrow showing you where you're supposed to go.
Oh, it does. Is it intentional or on accident?
Entirely on accident.
That's almost a perfect arrow, too.
How much of that is because Keen's... Oh.
Ooh,
fly,
that's
my
gonna be
beauty.
an awkward, Yeah, you're kind of heading over some rough terrain that direction.
Noted. Noted.
You may want to consider this direction.
Yeah, I think we'll go that way. If I can turn around.
Just hazard that thing over my head.
Up the hill? Yeah, I just don't want to get up at the bottom of this crevasse here, because I'm not sure I'll get out of it. Oh, actually, no, it's the moon, isn't it? We'll be fine.
Yeah, just hit X and you'll be out of it in no time.
I was about to say, you could probably just go to orbit using the jump.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you any forwards momentum, does it?
True.
No, let's not lose it straight away, and we'll just have to invest into some engines ASAP. Engines, thrusters even. Not quite. I'm catching nice air and I'm barely accelerating. That's the problem. That's what I'm scared of, is if I actually accelerate properly, it's going to go miles. It's going to go to space, probably. Of course, the platinum ends up being... No, it's not. That's the other beacon. It is on the flat, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's out in the flat.
Oh,
you'll see I've got a starter tunnel head down towards the
all
platinum
right,
already.
there's only one way across this jump. Sorry, I've ruined it already. There's only one way across this pit that I can see.
Oh,
How did he judge it? Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Judges, what do you call that one?
Keep the distance. And then roll off the front. There we go. Apparently that was acceptable.
Well, we survived, at least.
What's with the forward arrow spotlights? It's some like byproduct of how I've got them stuck underneath those little eyebrow things with the arms next to them. They make an arrow when you look forwards. And it's kind of cool. To the extent I might actually try and replicate it in future on builds, because...
I'm still trying to figure out... I mean... I guess it's just... Oh, okay. It's... The arms are cutting off the edges of the light.
Mm-hmm. And because they're so close to it, it's doing it very sharp rather than otherwise. 8.4, 7.5. Yeah, I just kind of messed the landing, didn't I? Wasn't quite as smooth as it could have been. Right, what am I going to do about that bust-up connector? Probably just remove it. For now, yeah, it's completely ruined. There are side ports you can access.
Damn, I didn't have anything.
So yeah, the plan is to basically build up reasonably quickly a little space-capable craft for us to go travel around on and see what we can trade and buy and do mission-wise. If you go into the inventory, you can see I have 1,000 space bucks. And we can see a whole bunch of factions. Apparently we discovered them all already. Which is weird.
I only see 3, and most of them are undiscovered for me.
Oh, I wonder,
same here.
I've got creative mode tools on. I wonder if that does it. Yeah, it does. As soon as I turn creative mode tools off, they will go into undiscovered.
Hacks. Hacks?
Well, I turned it off. It's the Batmobile jet. This thing does need... I'm going to need to basically put some thrusters on it so that we can do proper jumps and not go into space. So by which I mean I need thrusters pointing upwards, not downwards.
Wait, this is mostly stone. Why am I picking this up?
I don't know. Why are you
Oh,
picking
I
that
got
up?
some platinum.
Because
Oh,
we
never
still
mind.
need... We can still use stuff out of it, just don't need tons
Yeah,
of it.
that's true.
Yeah, but we might as well pick that up near the base.
Yeah, there's some platinum in there as well, though.
Yeah, there's not much. These are very small pockets of platinum I'm getting over here.
It's still platinum at the start.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Problem is,
Ooh.
platinum's not going to be much good without power.
True, but again, we got... no, that base is almost entirely solar powered. I'm pretty certain. I can't remember quite how accurately I did the calculations, but I'm pretty sure it's solar powered.
Well, I brought back 310 platinum ore in the first load already, and plus like 10k stone with it, so that's already in the refinery over there.
Cool. Yeah, I've got 1.3k plat on me now. Whee! I'm also
I
stuck
just
on a
dropped off 731.
Hey, Liam. What did you miss? The NPC factions. We've got... Oh, I forgot to check my space book. No, we don't get a space book.
No.
Which is a
That's
shame.
loud.
I don't know why we don't get a space book, actually. Why do we not get a space book? Did you get a space book, Farrell?
Nope. Or, yeah, you need like a data pad?
Yeah.
I
I thought we started with them.
think you only you get it with the starter ships. They're
Ah,
included
but
in the,
not on the...
inventory
Yeah,
them.
of course. They probably... So it would have been on the easy start base if it was anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, holy shit, Mackle. Fucking hell, thank you, man. That's crazy. What's your name? What's going on today? And who'll be flying around in a rotor chair? But yeah, we'll introduce Spacebar to the rotor chair, I think. Cheers, Mackle. That's crazy. Thank you very, very much. That's incredibly generous. Someone needs to put a bounty on wasted. No, they don't. No, no, and also no. Although you can imagine the sort of facilities that would open up once modders get their hands on the ability for there to be something economy-wise in the game. I mean, part of me can't help but feel like looking at... I mean, it's a long way off, so we can't read now. I'm not even going to say that because it's so far away I can't judge what they're going to do with it. What I've seen of the backbone of this update so far, the base functionality they're adding in, shows a lot of potential. You know, if they continue with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wonderful hit you're digging yourself into there, Farrell. I like it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
not me.
Spacebar.
I'm back at the base already.
Goodbye, Spacebar.
Oh. I said there was platinum down here.
Yeah, they're very tiny pockets, so
Oh.
once you get them, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Colin, those are damn right some very generous donations. Yeah, it's like the only ore they do in proper veins.
Inventory full.
I was wondering, because a bunch of us played this on Thursday night as well, during the official sort of portion of the test. And the world we played on, it took us a very long time to get started. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder, did Shaq actually remember to do things like turn up inventory size and refining speed and so on? And I've now got my answer. He says, carrying 10k stone back to the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Freelancer update would be a nice way of describing it rather than economy update, yeah.
Or a faction update, or...
Yeah,
It
'cause
does
there's
feel
more
like
than-
you're a bit of a freelancer in amongst it all.
Yeah, because there's
You're-
more than just the economy to it. Because I think they worked with the original exploration enhancement mod person.
Oh, did
Someone
they?
took over
Cool.
that. Yes, that's where a lot of the faction stuff come from. The current EM is managed by someone else, but the original one, I think he's a Keen employee or like a contracted employee or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
So
It's almost a bit like what Atlas do with where they've got sort of modders that are essentially contracted on to be like, no, that's a really good mod. Now make it properly for us and don't stop updating it, please, because we're going to pay you not to. Is it possible to get on the new branch at this point? No, you have to have downloaded it while it was available. That's basically what we did, was we downloaded it while it was up and then made it so that Steam didn't downgrade itself again. Is it just me or does text sound different? That's because it's not text. That would be spacebar.
Yeah, I picked up some ice for the base too because we didn't have any on hand.
Cool. Yeah, this spot's not bad with nickel here as well, and quite a flat area. I'm going to try and find... Oh, I'm leaving spacebar behind. Sorry.
No, I'm coming back. I didn't know you were leaving.
I was going to try and find like a sensible route to drive back and forth where we could actually ferry this back more quickly than that slightly dangerous approach.
I'm getting low on oxygen as well.
I discovered sovereign inventors. Don't know who did because I can't see them, but...
Got a station so big it loses scale, and at least 50 to 75% of its material was salvaged from pirated vessels that you did the pirating on. You have a bounty on your head. From whom? Who is going to come and claim said bounty? I'll set the UV on them.
Oh, is this where the Baron ended up? In space?
Mm-hmm. Screw all that boats malarkey. Oh, there's iron and nickel here, and cobalt.
Oh, this is a pretty good little bed then.
This little flat area here is perfect. We might want to get together slap together a quick vehicle with like a drill arm on it. Just do some vertical poking of holes.
Okay, that's interesting. Unknown signals are somehow apparently increasing and decreasing faction rep right now.
What?
With who? Who owns them?
SPMN dropped by 1, SPRT raised by 1, amusingly enough. So somehow my Space Pirates faction rep is going up by grinding unknown signals, and a faction I don't even know is going down.
Sweet. Sounds perfect. This is a better route.
Yep.
What? Yeah, why didn't we take this route?
Just one gnarly ass bit of terrain here, because you can't see it. That's why I plan to put a GPS marker down wherever it is that we end up deciding is the best route to get in here. So we come back out again in the same place. I'm going to keep going round to see if there's actually a flat way in if we continue.
We could just build a once
Build a
we can
bridge.
get some ions.
Surely not.
Once we get some ion engines, we can just build like a satisfactory style drone.
Yep, should have enough refined by now.
Will we see you? What was that? Will you see me playing Dual Universe? Yeah. When there's something I can like openly cover with it, when they start doing tests that aren't private, you'll see me playing Dual Universe. All the while they have NDAs over the top of everything. Unfortunately, that by definition means you will not. Looking forward to it, but yeah, that's another one that that's the way in and that, isn't it? There's another one that we've got to kind of have to wait for and see where it goes and what's going on with it, because it's another one of these games with unprecedented scope. And that means unprecedented delays, normally. As far as I can tell, at least.
And kind of the same with Starbase and
the game that shall not be mentioned.
All we keep hearing is everything's supposed to be super groundbreaking and brand new and all great, and it just turns out to rarely be anything but.
another engineering game that was like that. Now, what was that game?
We're going to play that. What was that game? It's a good game, that one. I like a round of what was that game.
No, I'm trying to...
Oh, Mackel, thank you, man. There's no need to repeatedly donate, dude. Server that can have 1 million people like the world of WoW. A space MMO, I think, are what the company are going for. Mass multiplayer universe with no bounds. When you say the company, which company? Are you talking about Keen? I hope not. That's scary. I mean, I think Keen could potentially do what Atlas did, what Arc did with Atlas. Nail that server transition technology so you don't try and increase the player cap, you just run more servers. Especially with how Space Engineers hardly makes proper use of all the cores on a server anyway. It would fit, it would work, I think, if they could get that thing to sort of put together.
That might actually work for their Xbox plans too. Potentially.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
Since they're so set on doing that.
So my experience with this update so far, Big Brzezinski, is, yeah, I mean, what I've seen of bits and bobs of this, this is one to definitely withhold the salt on, because everything about it seems to be going in a good direction that we want more of. The only question I'd have is sort of, okay, fine, but why did it take you to release the game in order for this to happen? And the only answer I can come to is they ran out of cash. They ran out of money to continue developing the game, weren't willing to put any more development money into it without receiving some further income back again, an investment back again, and the only way to do that is to get the highlight and attention that a release gives.
Or you mean that they think DLC gives?
Or that they think maybe DLC gives. But yeah, no, I definitely feel like that's the angle they're trying to go with it. Okay, can I have a connector, please?
Oh, that connector over there is not connected up to the refinery.
That doesn't surprise me. But you think I built these like little temporary bases properly?
No. No, why would I think that?
Don't do that.
I'll work on getting
Well,
it
it's not
connected.
like you'll find that some of the outposts haven't exactly been constructed properly either, so you know, it fits.
There was at one point, Typhon, I'm not sure if it still exists, but there was at one point a group of servers that had that server transition technology, and it was private, and they wouldn't tell anybody how they did it.
Well, I think Rexar was working on a server link plugin for Torch.
I dumped my grinder into that. No, I dumped the excess grinder that I picked up earlier into that container. Don't worry, guys. I got it.
Should I worry about piping the conveyor junctions or the connectors up, or are we going to abandon this base here in a little bit?
No, don't worry about piping those things up. Assume that at most we might need one of them, and we can always attach it on somewhere random.
Okay. I'll mainly move that stuff over then. So weird trying to get used to Keen's inventory.
Yeah, I am getting used to it now. I have to admit, I am getting used to it. It's not bad. I still don't particularly like the queuing feature of it, the fact that you actually add stuff to a queue. So if you change your mind about what you're building, you've got to go into the G menu and remove it all again. Or when you're cooperating with people, and multiple people are building on the same thing, you pull out the parts, put it in, someone else completes it for you. When you go back to try and pull out the parts for the next thing, having selected that block in your hand, it's still trying to pull parts out for the previous one. And you've got to go in manually and say, no, that's finished now.
Yeah, I've been trying to get used to it, but I'm still a fan of being able to just walk up to a conveyor port with what I want to build in my hand and just be able to get it.
Yeah, and I don't like.
You can still do that.
Else.
You can still do that, assuming that you can carry the entire thing you're trying to build. This is my server, Gunslinger. Oh, thank you very much, Doer Boy. Glad you're enjoying, mate. Right, how can I help? I know I was going to drive off with this and get some more choice ore, maybe the cobalt.
I might as well come with you.
It's cobalt we don't get from stone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Did you keep that GPS, Mr. Spaceball?
Yep. Let me post it in again.
Yeah, this new update will definitely be a nice one for RP servers. And like messing around RP wise, just because of the extra tools it gives you to mess around with that sort of thing.
And
of course the fact
like
that they included a shop that you yourself can go and put stuff into to sell to other people.
Yeah, from what Lucas was saying, it sounds like it's pretty easy to mod it too.
One moment, please, Spacebar. I'll be back in a second. I need to go and ensure I can breathe.
Now, why would you want to do that? I probably should top off too.
probably try and find some ice as well if we can. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I've
close
got-
to the pole we are.
We're not too far. Actually, heading towards that facility is where it is, unfortunately.
Sounds fun. First adventure involves killing some drones. Yeah, the problem is this was in the middle of all of the lumpy horribleness, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't think that one was too bad though.
It was at the start of the mess rather than further in.
Yeah. Well, except for that one.
It's all good. It's all good. I got the technique. We got the technique, and more importantly, I got the upswept front wheels that let me do that. Oh dear. About that technique wasted.
Hmm.
Everything's fine. Selling blueprints for Spacebucks would be cool. I mean, I know they've got some ships in the store that hopefully we can have a look at later and maybe try buying one of.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you can sell them.
At the moment.
Yeah, not right now. And it's weird.
Although the way they show up, if I understand it, is when you buy a ship, it like flies into you.
No, it kind of like appears outside the.
Oh, does it? So they
Like
are
in a
using
spot
the
and safe zone or
copy-paste
something.
systems, essentially. Nothing special.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, I think that's as close as we're getting. This is magnesium and silicon, not cobalt.
Oh.
We can get some magnesium. We will need that to shoot drones.
There we go.
Will you upload the stream? Yeah, that does it. If it's on YouTube, it does it automatically. Enough drilling noise.
Diggy diggy hole. Now it fills it with a different noise. Everyone starts to sing that song.
Oh yeah, of course, Alex. It's the hey guys, watch this. I mean, everybody knows what follows that line, right?
Hold my beer.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get to the point where that is not the only vehicle we have, I will most definitely start jumping it more aggressively. I'm trying not to use any of it up, but I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
It's right here. Yeah.
Nice one, Maximus. I missed someone else earlier as well, didn't I? Because I'm terrible like that. That was Colin. Thanks, Colin.
So I wonder if they're waiting December to release this. I wonder what else they're gonna.
Well, no, some people have been already disagreeing with that. I don't know where I mean, December was what I had heard, but I didn't watch the stream, so it sounds like
Yeah.
that may be complete trash, which does make more sense. Why they'd be showing it
Yeah.
now when it's that far away. So maybe December was to do with something else.
Probably. Xbox
I
release or
don't
something like
know.
that.
This one's feeling for, I mean, compared to like the multiplayer update beta and how long it took to see that come out. December is kind of a valid timeline, I think. Especially if they don't
might
really
be.
have to fix too much.
It's July, man. They need to keep interest in the game. They can't wait that long. It won't work.
I could see December, however, being like Xbox release or something like that.
Yeah. Except I don't believe they will have announced Xbox release.
No. No.
So the question is December the next major?
Could be.
Or is this December just come out of nowhere and... Later, Gorgonoth.
Someone just made up that date or something.
I'm sorry, Prometheus. at least this way you get to see some of what goes on in the new update. That was kind of the thinking. I know a lot of people, because it was so short, didn't get to have a go.
Yeah. I just didn't have the time.
I think that's my big gripe with the betas is they just don't really give people enough time to get into it, especially with them releasing on the UTC time scale. It just time zone doesn't really work very well for us in the US. So,
Well, it doesn't make sense to do it in the middle of the... I mean, I can understand starting on a Thursday, but why just go for one day? I think you would get a lot more feedback if you went over the weekend.
Because this wasn't about feedback.
I
Take one look at that questionnaire that they give you at the end when we quit and tell me it's actually about them wanting technical feedback.
Yeah.
It doesn't ask any technical questions whatsoever. It's all, so how much did you like this feature? And how much did you like this feature? And what was your favorite feature? Why? So that they can go and cherry pick the stats for some Marek blog post in the next couple of weeks that says, well, everybody loved it. Look, 76% of people thought this was amazing, and everybody loved this one feature, and we'll downplay the feature that people really didn't like. And
I think the
I mean,
rumor is
that's nothing specific to Marek. That's just
yeah.
marketing. That's what you
just
do.
marketing in general.
I think the next playtest is supposed to be in a couple of weeks, though. From what some of the... I think Zoc said that, actually. Or maybe it was Eric. I don't remember.
Our favourite KSH league. The almost watertight Zoclu.
Mm-hmm.
Before anyone says anything, I know it's Zocli. I don't care.
Well, of course he's watertight. There's no water in this game.
Yes,
All right,
there is.
airtight
There's
then.
Frozen.
The almost
Never had
pressurized Zoclu.
We have air pressure turned off, though.
He's got you there.
This is a big vein of magnesium.
I'm surprised how much we're getting out of this, yeah.
We're going to be able to shoot everything.
We're going to shoot all the things, potentially with the rockets.
Mm-hmm.
So when do I think the AI update will come? I'd say it does still feel a bit feature incomplete. I do think this was let's do something to show that we're working on something big, keeps the interest going, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'd say maybe a month. I'd say maybe a month with maybe 2 or 3 more public tests during, like they did for the... what was the first big update they did after release? Or was it? No, it was actually the release one, wasn't it? That they did multiple. Yeah,
And
so
survival update too.
yeah.
What did they even do on release? I don't remember.
Yeah, they had a party. Had a party in which Captain Jack looked really, really awkward while Zockley and LSG played PlayStation Hits. Oh,
Yeah, but that's just... No, never mind. I'm not gonna...
They
I'm
invited
not
him
gonna
along to
finish that.
sit at the back and not have a PC of his own. It was like, that's so harsh. So if anyone doesn't know what that's about, they had a launch party with
Energy low.
Captain Jack and LSG were invited along, and then for the big stream they did for the sort of launch party event, they only had 2 PCs. So for the entire thing, Captain Jack just sat like kind of awkwardly at the back in between them. Like leant over occasionally to add things in. It was harsh.
I don't even remember what did the release update even include? I don't remember now.
No, I can't remember either.
That's just how boring it was. It was the DLC stuff, of course, and then I think it's the replay tool. Oh, it was the LCDs in the cockpits, I think.
That makes some sense, yeah. Yeah, I could believe that.
A huge update that I remember.
Right, that should probably do, Spacebar.
Okay, good. 'Cause
I'm running out of hydrogen, so I don't want to go back down that hole again. I'm not going to get back out.
where's the... Oh.
Where's the large, shining yellow buggy 15 feet from your face? I don't know. Where is it?
In the one direction I didn't look.
Stealth mode engaged.
I know how to do this. What we do,
Oh no.
that's how to turn around on the moon.
And then get stuck in the hole.
It's impossible to get stuck in any hole. It's got too many wheels for this. There's too little gravity. Having been on Mars the other night, sorry, Titan the other night, and it's got a 0.3 grav, this feels so much less in comparison, even though supposedly it's only a small bit different. Like, we weren't flying on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Am I even going the right way? Kinda no.
No. It's to our left.
Kinda no.
Thought you were just trying to get out of the hole.
But that was goal number 1, but then having got out of the hole, goal number 2 was go home, and it helps if you're going the right way. Not the exact opposite of the direction you wanted to go. Remember, if you say nice things about SE, Marek invites you to his parties. If you don't, you throw your own party. With blackjack and hookers. No, to be fair, I was invited to that party. Some
You almost
people
missed
will
out on
know.
not having a computer.
Yeah, I almost missed. Well, no, I'd like to think, as long-term actual friend of Zog, so someone who knows him in real life, I'd probably have been the one on the PC.
That would have been interesting. You three in the same room together.
It also would have been
God.
completely disingenuous of me to go along to that party when, as you guys mostly know, I didn't think the game should have been released yet. And so for me to then go to the offices and be like, yeah, let's celebrate, that would have been disingenuous. That would have been purely just cashing in. Which, ironically, is exactly what I think Keen were doing when they invited us. How can we generate a little bit more hype? Well, let's get some hype creators along.
I don't think their intentions for releasing the game were too genuine. Because it still feels like it's in beta. Alpha or whatever it was. Early access.
Yeah, I'm going to need to move that connector somewhere else at some point because he's going to come off soon. Again. Either that or I just upsize the wheels.
Yeah, could go with 5x5.
Vilk, I'm sorry to say it's a bit late to try the update now. It was only available on Thursday, so only people who downloaded it on Thursday and then remembered to prevent Steam from updating it can do this. Yeah, I'm not driving over this crap again.
Nah, but where's your sense of adventure?
I go to flat locations only. I guess the cobalt must have been the stuff we passed on the open area back at the where the platinum is.
Okay, what did you just fall victim to the medium cargo container randomly exploding on landing?
Well,
Because I know that's been a random bug that I've encountered.
that's a big chunk of rock right there.
Inventory full.
Basically,
It's
yeah. What I
stone.
fell foul to is, I guess I must have broken that medium cargo container, and the ore it contains is considerably larger than the container itself when it spawns in, which causes the rest of the vehicle to explode.
Pretty much. Had that happen a few times to me.
Do we want to get this stone or just leave it?
Well,
Well, we don't have any iron, so...
I guess my proposal that I stick to the flat areas has become somewhat relevant.
Did we actually get any cobalt, or...
No,
No, we hadn't gotten there yet. I gave him the wrong GPS.
I mean, technically, I'm just going to leave this here because it can be quite easily rebuilt because it's upside down. It's actually a lot easier to rebuild it upside down than it would be to try and lift it up and put the wheels back on underneath. Reload? Nah. There's no need for that. Farrell's almost got something flying going.
Getting there.
I will.
Power though.
Yeah, still need power though, and
So should I just grind the rest of this down then? Or leave it?
we'll wonder if we can separate the batteries from it, merge block them, and use them as how Farrell gets power.
Ooh.
Because we can push the small ship grids around.
That could work, yeah.
It's what I'm doing.
Ironic that we exploded on the flat area.
Yeah, we've been over all that gnarly stuff, and then it's here we blow up. Yeah. And I know normally vehicles could do with a bit more clearance from the ground than this one does. This one, what you got to understand, was designed to be used on the weird modded flat planet that we use for Gastown, which has no craggy terrain anywhere on it. It's flat everywhere. It's not, sorry, flat. It's smooth everywhere. There's no like nasty crags, so you can go really fast. And being low to the ground is not a problem.
We also need gold too.
Of course we do.
Because we need that for thruster components.
Well, that kind of crater that we were in seemed to have a lot of good stuff in it. It had iron and cobalt and I want to say silver.
I'm not going to put wheels on it. I'm going to give it to Farrell. You need power. And there's look, there's 3 batteries in a row. Perfect. Just add them to the bottom of his ship, just like he likes.
Wait, where do the batteries end up? Oh, wow.
I'm pushing them over here. I may have been playing too much with Splitsy recently. Therefore, pushing batteries around with your face seems like a good plan. Farrell, bought you some batteries.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
I like how much it slid when you stopped. I didn't know the moon was made of ice.
I know absolutely nothing about it, Silent Zona. So, yeah. There you go. That's my answer on that. Never heard of it. There you go.
Perfect.
See? Perfect. Ready to take off. To be fair, I think you've got enough room there to merge block them on.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Aside from the fact I don't have blocks, I need fourth mode. Actually, it's not gonna let me.
He's not going to let you. You're going to have to put the bottom one down first, yeah.
Yep.
And I might have pushed it slightly too far in.
Yeah, it needs to come back out a bit.
Roger. Application of face commencing. If I can get underneath the ship. Need to apply the side of my head rather than my face. No, the batteries are... Yeah, we're going to have to wiggle them out another way. It looks like you should be able to get under there, but I can't.
Yeah, you can sideways at least on this side. But it doesn't look like they're really moving.
Oh, I got an idea.
Fuel low.
Yeah, I don't think they're moving at all. Oh, I like it. I like it. Put the harness on the spacebar.
How did she know that was what I was doing?
Yep, you're already.
How do I
managing
know
to
that's
do
what
it.
you're doing? Because I swear we've done it before.
There we
Oh
go,
no,
got
we
it.
did this in Medieval Engineers, didn't we? Whee! Yeah, you built your harness a little bit too tight around yourself there.
Yeah.
Now it's upside down.
Well, luckily, just grind that off and it's flat again. I'll get the harness ready again. No, we don't have any. Do we not have hydrogen?
Nope.
Yeah, we should.
We got hydrogen
Well, there's
generator,
ice.
but
We
Yeah,
do
I'm not putting
have
enough
ice on the ice in the O2 gen, so which should be able to give you some.
you're gonna collide with that spacebar. With this
Oh, yeah,
block
true.
here.
True enough. I guess I don't need to make the harness that tall.
No, Killaim. What do you mean instead of risking merge blocks? No, we're doing this intentionally. Well aware there are multiple better ways of doing this. However, when this way works, everyone is going to be happy. Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep it going straight here. Uh-oh. Is that as far as we can go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I get rid of that one. Will it help?
Oh,
that helped.
The merge block, their collision boxes are hitting each other.
I don't think it's that. I think it's underneath.
I can't.
I think it's at a bit of an
It's
angle.
stuck.
Yeah, I actually think it's the harness causing it.
Could be.
Because as I removed that bottom block of the harness, the battery's got a slightly smaller collision box than a full-size block. See it drop?
There we go. Hey.
Oh, nice.
Fucking smooth.
Could have a bit of a nose on her, but I think we can work with that.
I like it.
We just slap the harness back on and I can pull us into space.
Spacebar, the 13th reindeer.
I'm just waiting for chat to catch up. I'm busy reading through the merge books don't play that way. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Puts fingers into ears, dig a pit,
Yeah.
put a piston under the ship and lift it up. And here we go. And here we go. Boo, I wanted explosions. Picture me impressed. Never mind. I'm sorry,
Lady of
Chad.
little faith. Okay, so gold. That's what we're down to at this point to finish off those thrusters.
That was cooperation. You'll notice that the stream is titled differently. Yeah, we're out of ice.
My oxygen's
Alright.
filling up and I'm on hydrogen.
Yeah, that's because we've got
Yeah, because there's
oxygen
O2
farms
tanks.
Oh, right.
and farms.
And there's O2 tanks too, so that would... Well, all that, yeah.
Right. Yep.
I will go get some more ice.
As the only man with hydrogen.
Well, 38% of it, but
Oh, I've got
I'm getting pretty good
67.
at doing arcs of this.
Yeah, I've not been keeping track of mine properly, apparently. Boom is coming. I don't think so. Not yet. Soon, TM. I'm surprised we haven't been attacked by the handling facility. I wonder if it's actually hard-coded to specifically attack the antenna of that base.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't do much survival. Well,
That's not
Not
true
like-
anymore, to be honest. But
no, yeah, I meant more like vanilla.
yeah, that's true.
Well, should we build another?
That's what I'm on.
Roger that.
Doesn't have to be anything complex. It literally just has to be able to carry ore from over there to here in larger numbers and carry me from here to there without having to use hydrogen.
I vote for the 5x5 wheels this time, though.
There's no way they're trying to make this game more colorblind friendly. Speaking as a colorblind person, it is absolutely 100% no better than it was before. So, no. Not a thing. Not buying it.
Alright, ice in the O2 gens. I've turned off the oxygen tanks.
Oh,
That way we should be able to... They're both 82%
at least
full
fly
anyway,
a
so...
little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, right, let's go and do that. Rather than jump up and down trying to place my cargo container.
Oh, that box is just gonna go in orbit.
Alright.
Running any mods? Not at the moment. We did think, like, we'll investigate a bit with vanilla, get ourselves something that goes up into space and do some of the sort of vanilla-based trading, and then we may well add on some mods to kind of see what happens when you throw Lucas into the mix, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It really annoys me that most of the time what cockpit you use is dictated not by aesthetic choice, but by which connector you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no reason to believe that the mods are broken necessarily. There might be the odd one affected, but yeah. Any reasoning for not using mods to begin with is purely because mods obviously do change the experience up quite a lot. I wonder what was going on. T! The hatred. Does anybody use the auto rotation tool? Chat?
Nope.
I figured you guys wouldn't. It was just whether or not someone in chat maybe did.
I mean, the thing that doesn't work was
Yeah.
designed by someone who's clearly not human.
I just think it was designed too quickly and then has had no further work put into it ever. It's like a forgotten piece of Space Engine, a bit like a number of other features. O2 gen. O2 gen's probably a good idea actually. Alright then. I'll use the O2 gen to convert. That's one thing they will get thumbs up for, the fact that the O2 gen does convert to the connection points that you frequently use on the back of a normal cockpit. Does the
And then
does the new one have the same sort
The
of?
new one's kind of weird, I think.
It's got them in a really
I don't know.
odd place.
I have to unlock it with a mod, so I don't really play around with it much. A shame, it's a nice looking cockpit.
Yeah, it's just all of its connection ports are really weird, and they put the big one on the bottom, which is like
Stupid.
it's. At no point clearly did they ever try and use their own cockpit.
Yeah.
Because if they did, they would have very quickly realised that it, like the way the design works, it's really good for one thing, and that's having it on like the front hanging off of stuff. Looks really cool like that, which is exactly the way their connector doesn't support. There is an auto rotate tool, T. Look at the bottom of my bar, it's lighting up, and it's a nightmare because it doesn't know what it's doing. Or it doesn't know what you want to do, at least. That's for sure.
We don't have any more displays. We're out of silicon.
Let's
Okay.
just mine up some rock.
Which I think Yeah, there's some silicon over there. We're look at that magnesium, so I might just fly over there and get some.
Oh yeah, there was some next to the mag, wasn't there?
Yep.
It does process into way larger amounts and way faster if you do it direct.
Alright, let me go get a pocket full.
A pocket full of silicon.
Moon dust.
If I can find it.
We're out of cobalt, right? Or don't have any.
No, we never got any.
There were a handful of small grids, so
Where is some silicon?
No, Mackle, I don't have any issues with bright. My problem always comes up in the crossover point where your rods aren't properly engaged yet, but your cones are starting to lose enough light to pick things up properly. So for me at that point, my cones are basically doing nothing. I'm relying purely on rods, and it makes like twilight time really tricky.
actually there's some rock over here already. Stick that in, it'll be fine.
Oh, thank you for the stream announcement, Bard. I wrote it all out and then didn't press enter again. I'm an idiot. Yes, Admiral. This was just a bit of a chance to try out something a bit different, and while it was around and available. Oh, as usual, Farrell, that is a monstrosity. Well done. Definitely helps by its new edition of a duckbill.
That's not.
The batteries.
It's not the most lopsided thing I've ever built.
That's not silicon. That's magnesium. I don't need that.
Don't pick it up then.
There it is. There it is. The two veins kind of intersect with each other.
Ian, you and your lousy ore patches.
Mm-hmm. I discovered United Cartel. What? What'd you guys do?
That was you, actually, who found it. Somehow, it seems like the faction discovery thing is still tied to individual people, even though I've run across them already, too.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, that is.
Mm-hmm.
That is, with the smiley face and nothing else. Hey, Lady Trinival, how goes? It's quite the entrance. Fucking hell, man. Jesus.
I've discovered secret industry. Well, it's not so secret now.
Yeah, you're right. I did miss a couple of others. I'll catch up on those. I'm sorry, guys, but fucking hell. Lady Trinival, that is insanely generous. And I hope you do realise that is entirely not necessary. I appreciate it, but, like, yeah.
I found cobalt. And
Nice
silver.
one. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Thank you very, very much.
Alright, I'm coming back with. Oh, that's the wrong way.
I'm gonna have to do something suitable with that cash when it comes through. Trying to think, but yeah. I'll put it to a good cause. Thank you very much, Lady Trinival. That is insanely generous, and you should definitely avoid doing that.
I've discovered specialized drillers. Is it because I drilled something? Yeah, I guess so.
I will say the faction names could use a little more creativity, but
Where's base?
you should be able to see it.
It's got two 50k beacons on it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I think I found it. Never mind.
There's also ice down this hole too, apparently. It's deep.
I've got a set notification sound. It's just not loud enough. GT. The Twitch one is, but the YouTube one, the WOGs were a bit too in your face for YouTube. I feel so yeah, but it's just not great. So yeah, thank you, Lady Drineful, and Alex as well. What type of colourblind am I? I am a mixture of Deutran and Protran. Deutranopia and Protranopia. Primarily Deutranopia, but there's a bit of, like, I'm red-green, but I've also got a bit of blue-green. And what was the other one? Sanguineous. Thank you very much, man. Alert engineer sodium content approaching dangerous levels. Please report to the nearest salt generator for immediate emergency desalinization. We don't have any salt generators. We didn't load any mods. Damn. We get that covered. The only mod we really need in the world is Spaceballs. We know this. If we got no beer cooler, you're just not doing it right. No, thank you guys. That's crazy generous, and you do realise that is why I'm capable of being able to do this for a living rather than having to try and put multiple jobs together alongside it, which doesn't work very well, as I'm sure, like Farrell, for example, can attest to. It is fucking hard to find the time to put content together while also holding down a proper job as well. I call it a proper job because it's hard.
Spacebar's got much harder right now, actually, if anything.
Yeah, but I'd say, yeah, that was unfair to ignore Spacebar simply because it was a different type of content. Meant no offense, little Spacebar.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I've not really had much time to do any modeling or anything. Like, I get home at a decent time. I'm only working maybe 30, 45 minutes extra, but just takes a lot of energy out of you, what I'm doing right now.
That's an interesting heads up. Thank you, your pal Mojo. I'll keep an eye out for that. Yeah, any blueprints you make during this beta will disappear when you revert.
Oh.
But they'll be in the list, but they won't be loadable.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, they probably did something to the blueprint system to make it so that they can, you could be able to load blueprints into a store or something. You'd be able to buy them.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense.
I was also a kind man, and I did make us 3 elite welders. There are 2 remaining in the box.
Oh, there we go.
For some reason, we had the parts to make elite welders and none of the others. Go figure. It's because they use platinum and the other ones use like gold and cobalt or something. Gold and I don't know, silver, I think.
Yep. Here comes cobalt.
Oh, nice one, Ben. Thank you, dude. Anyways, and Grill, be interested in opinions on the update. Well, we need to get a little further into the stream, really, before I can say that. But I mean, I am excited by it. As you say, it's
okay.
Delicious if poorly executed is a good way of putting it.
Is welded up.
Other than computer content, what did I do in the past? All sorts of shit that was the wrong thing. At university, I was making what are essentially YouTube videos just before YouTube was around. Then I left university, I worked at Game for a bit, I worked at British Telecom for like 4.5 years, worked for Ofcom, the UK media, sort of telecoms regulator following that. I worked as, oh god, there's been a bunch. I worked as handling in an airport, doing check-in primarily. And I then ran 2 businesses of my own in the UK that were completely different to each other, and neither of which I will say went particularly well, if I'm honest. One because it was a good idea, executed at exactly the wrong time, and one because it was a bad idea that then got screwed over by some not very nice people that were out to just screw over small companies that weren't quite as clued up as perhaps they could have been. By which I mean, like, the one particular company designed, having learned from the first company that it was a bad idea for me to try and do the web development myself. While I am self-taught and at the time was quite capable, it was too much to be able to try and do everything. So for the second business, we went and found and hired a professional web development company. Who charged us £15,000 to do a spec for the website. So this is a specification that lays out exactly what the website should look like, how it should all function, what the back-end technologies are going to be for it, and so on. This entire spec was based around their own proprietary CMS that they used in-house. And I'm sure anybody who's been involved in this area for any length of time can already see what's coming up next. Having had the spec delivered, we also got an email from them that said, thank you very much, we are now no longer doing web development as a company, so we appreciate you as a customer, and hope you can find someone else to continue the project that was built using entirely their own proprietary in-house CMS that nobody else has. So that was web development company number 1 that screwed us over. Number 2 just took all of our money for a website. You know, they made us spec again, of course, so we had to pay for a spec again. And then they delivered a website that was late, nothing like as described, and not only that, was so poorly SEO optimized that people that were listed on the site were contacting us asking to be removed because it was negatively impacting their own personal SEO. Overall, Wasted did not have much fun with some of these companies. These are different. One side's different to the other. Damn it.
You did that one. I've just been welding.
Oh, I did both of them. It's entirely my fault. I'm not pretending otherwise. That's not how raids work. You don't show up in a channel and just say raid over and over again. That's not a raid. Also, you can't do raids on YouTube.
Maybe he meant rave.
Rave? Could be. Could be. Alright, what did I just miss something there? Someone was asking me a question. Oh, right, it was more to do with the, yeah. Just referring to that business stuff, it was not a fun period, particularly getting screwed over by that company. Especially given what they originally promised us and how, like, smarmy marketing it was in retrospect. Like, how much of what they were saying was just yes-manning, with no idea whether or not they could actually deliver what we wanted. Not only that, but it also ended up, like, spec creeping massively. So their original spec, and then they deliver stuff, and we'd be like, yeah, but that's not what we said. And then say, yeah, that's fine. It's going to cost you X amount to now further develop this and redevelop that bit. You know, or really hammering home on the idea that we delivered the website. You have a month in which you get full support on that website. If you don't notice any bugs, this was the best one. If you don't notice any bugs during that month, that's it. Our support ends unless you have a support contract. So when, after the first year, my subscription-based site, like, that was entirely based around the idea of monthly and yearly subscriptions, didn't renew yearly subscriptions and people couldn't renew them, it was totally broken, that was something I then had to pay through the nose again for them to fix.
Wow.
Yeah. Lots of shady stuff going out there with that sort of thing.
Oh, I just went to go get the stuff for that connector.
Oh yeah, okay, well that's worth mentioning. I briefly DJ'd with a friend of mine, using, his father ran a PA hire company, and so it was just like the easiest thing ever. We just nicked a bunch of stuff, not nicked, but, you know, we were just borrowing equipment for him for free, and then doing sort of relatively small and medium range parties, which was fun. That was ages ago though. But I also have done on and off little bits of freelance photography as well. Almost all weddings, which I hate. Like, taking photos at weddings sucks. Really does.
Yep, got myself a carpet welder.
Carpet
Oh
welder.
boy.
What?
At least it's comfortable when you're using it. I have carpet boots on.
Oh, right, I see. Some reason I was thinking like a carpet bomber, like B-52, and I was like, okay.
A carpet welder bomber. That would be, yeah, that'd be unique.
Lewd
that's certainly a
photography,
thing.
no. It was not lewd photography. And I'm afraid, not a goer either. Nor is my wife. She does not, in fact, go.
I bet we don't have stuff to build power cells, do we?
Silicon and what else off the top of my head?
Nickel.
Look at, oh wait, Morph is here.
Well, I got
That's
nickel.
not Morph. That's morphologist. And while I approve, it's not Morph. Not only do I approve muchly of the fact that everyone just recognized it as Morph. That means that finally my sabotage of his name is complete.
Oh, great. Now my view is constantly going up.
Have you got a controller plugged in?
Nope.
Double tap V?
Nope.
Nope. I can see it doing it as well. Oh, that's even weirder. Your lights move independently of your head. Seriously. That's bizarre. Look, his lights are moving independently of his head.
My neck's broke.
That's not right. It's like the lights are following his eye line, but the head doesn't move as far as the eyes do.
The lights are on a separate gimbal, apparently, even though they point straight ahead.
That is bizarre.
I guess just build me a pit and I'll just weld everything from now on.
You weld everything from within the pit because you can only look upwards.
And let me reconnect.
Or you could just reconnect. I was going to say, there's probably easier solutions to this than
I mean,
just forcing your way through
sure,
it.
if you want to do it the easy way. No, I don't want to take your beta test or survey.
Hang on a sec, I gotta be right back.
What is it I'm building? I don't know.
That would
I
be
am
funny to-
slapping together a ground vehicle while totally and utterly distracted talking to people in chat is what's happening here, okay? Wheel could not be placed because your face was inside it. No, wheel could not be placed because we're too close to the bloody ground. God damn it. I was only using these because someone in chat was like, oh, please use the big wheels. No, I'm going to continue with my original plan and not use the big wheels. What was so bad about wedding photography, Latra? Partly it was me feeling uncomfortable. I've got to be honest. I never got comfortable enough with doing it that I felt particularly comfortable there. And partly because with most weddings, I felt like I was just getting in the way. I was always hassling people, like outside of the whole, right, everyone, now we've done the ceremony, everyone outside for pictures thing. When it came to just taking pictures of an event and trying to get pictures that were more interesting than the preset default wedding pictures, I found it really, really like I was constantly intruding on people's time.
Okay, that was weird. Apparently it was the arrow keys doing it. All I had to do was press shift and tap all the arrow keys at once.
But how did you...
I don't know.
did you work out that that's what you needed to do? Is what I was going to ask.
I just randomly started hitting buttons. I was like, well, let me try the arrow key.
Tech support. I understand.
Yeah. Just try stuff until it works.
This is a
Can I-
bizarre
Gotta be-
offset. Like, I built the middle wheels in the wrong place, and I think I'm going to have to leave them there because it's horrible, but it is what it is.
There's got to be gold out here somewhere.
Ore detector, thank you. Ore detector, Giro. Not Gyros, different thing. Can't stop myself. Damn game. I think I blame space
Yay, I
primarily.
found silicon.
Yeah, we already got that.
Mm-hmm. Got tons of it because we just dig up a rock and it comes with it.
I keep thinking I need rubber wheels to start these tires. Or to weld the tires.
You playing a lot of Satisfactory recently?
Just more thinking of Gastown.
Oh, right, yeah.
I actually haven't played Satisfactory in a long time.
They've got some interesting
been,
updates out for it as well. I need to try it again.
Yeah, they did some, got some pretty interesting stuff with like trains now. In the experimental
Trains
branch.
and nuclear reactors. No, they're no longer experimental even.
Oh wow.
Have been released.
We need nickel. No,
We get that
we
out
got
of
the
stone.
stuff for it. And queuing up
Nickel
some
from
power
stones.
cells.
This is an ugly ass vehicle. A wild Splitsy appears. I'd invite him to come and join us, but I suspect that he is not in a position where he's done what we did.
There. Silicon.
I'm not a married man.
Okay.
No. No. I can absolutely promise you that there is not a woman alive that could tolerate me. And my utterly random sleeping hours, working habits, and other habits. No, it's not going to happen. It's not a nice crawler, it's an ugly as sin crawler. I've built so many nicer crawlers than this, but this is going to be temporary. Oh, you did do what I did. Fair enough. Oh, you're at work. Ah, no worries, man. Cool. Good to know.
It's a water strider, yeah. Moon strider.
Upwards thrusters in case we get... we able to afford these thrusters yet, Farrell? I don't want to take stuff away from what you're
No.
doing. I don't think we are, right?
No,
Yeah,
we still
so
have-
let's drive around the...
We're completely dependent on gold at this point to get thruster components.
All we need is beacon ore and that other chair done, and I can drive round and get the... start loading up from that big open space, see if there's any gold over there as well.
What do you need for
Energy.
the beacon?
I've actually been out here, just kind of on jetpack skimming the surface.
Oh,
trying to
I
find it
realised.
in this area, so
What, in that same
nothing
area?
so far. Yeah, I just started kind of out here.
Didn't go and do the craggy stuff.
I've already gone around the craggy stuff and off to the distance, and
Right, we need a
Not much
detector
luck.
component for this, and interior plate for the chair.
Construction, steel
And
tube,
I've got
computer.
stuff in my blooming planner that I'm not actually into. That's the bit that stops the planner from being something that I just like and use. I'm still at a point where if I had a choice, I'd still use
Easy inventory.
easy inventory because it's that slightly more direct approach versus the like queuing system that doesn't take into account multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what the problem is. Is like I'm halfway through building a battery, but Spacebar's finished the battery, so now I need to go and change to something else. But I've still got that stuck in the queue. Ah, yes, don't forget gyro. We will need that.
Like,
Thank you, Pete.
I guess it's like a visual representation of the queue from easy inventory, but I don't like it. I'd rather just have. I don't know. I think easy inventory works better.
Yeah, not being funny.
Certainly.
It's now I'm getting more used to it. It's
Yeah.
got most of the functions.
Yeah.
Easy
it's
Inventory
just-
had. It just approaches it from a slightly different angle, and I prefer Easy Inventory's angle.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, Night Frozen. I don't think that's my end. I haven't dropped any frames as of yet. Yeah, I know Easy Inventory still works. No, they didn't extend it, John Bigman. We kept the files, basically. You can basically choose not to download the or re-download the sort of. That's not quite how it works either, but again, I don't particularly want to divulge too much. You can work it out if you want to, but it does require you to be prepared for when the update comes. And get hold of the files while they're available. Someone made us bottles and everything. Wow, luxury.
Mm-hmm. Which
I
I
don't need two gyros,
should.
do I?
Zooming around on the surface of the moon with 17% hydrogen left and no bottles.
Do we have enough for? I think we got enough for one of each for each of
Yep.
us.
Yeah, I made one of each for 3 of us. I just never picked it up.
Okay.
Yep, seems functional enough.
It'll do.
Yeah, I did put seats on. They're just pointing backwards. There you go.
Ah. Oh boy. Now I get to.
You get to watch where we came from. This way.
I get to watch as I land and die. Wait, where are we going?
I don't know. In
put a
search
beacon on that
of
thing?
gold. Yes.
Okay. Ah, there you are.
Could you stiffen up my suspension a little bit, please, Mr. Spacebar? A little more strength would be lovely.
A little more strength. Okay.
See a shadow overhead. Yeah, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go 15%.
Now he looks like a disabled spider. Come on, that's not fair. The spider had a hard time. Someone pulled off 2 of his legs. He's making the best of it.
And game crash.
Oh, who is it? There's a comedian that's got a whole blooming... Yes, Bill Bailey's got a whole song about a spider that's sad. Russian spider that's sad because he's got one missing leg. And he'll never find a mate. Bill Bailey's awesome. Such a random dude.
Hang on. I saw gold. Go, stop. Somewhere you were just at had gold. I saw it out the corner of my eye. Where was it? Yeah, right under
There you go. Silver gold.
Yep. Beautiful.
Hey,
I thought you'd played Minecraft. I know you've played Minecraft.
Yeah, I know.
You don't do that, man. You'll fall
Yeah,
into
you
some
do.
lava.
aw.
They've mathematically it's been proven that you actually stand about a 60% chance of not actually taking injury from that kind of fall. If you you know, if you don't hit lava or anything.
Yeah, sounds great.
It's safe. It's the 40% chance where you hit a big cave or a ravine or lava. Yeah, then it is a problem, but
Right, and there's a chasm. Just what I was after. Sweet. Oh, gold in them there hills we will take. And we'll turn down the in-game audio while we do so. Because the mining noise. And I'll just leave it there. Yes, he needs lava. Guys, like, actually, I suppose lava simulation might be a bit easier. It moves slower, you see.
Yeah, but then you'd have the people say, "Oh, they can do lava, they can do water." I can see it now.
You can have lava, but it can only be the whatever it's called. I can't now. The name's gone from my brain. The name of the stuff where it's solidified.
Liquid hot magma.
magma.
No, not magma. Magma's the hot stuff. There's a name for when it's cooled down, and you've just got the what you're left with after magma's cooled. That's what space engineers would have.
Only other term coming to mind is pyroclastic flow, and I know that's not it.
Nope.
Pumice? Pumice?
That's a type
Volcanic.
of rock, isn't it? Rather
Yeah,
than
I think, yeah.
it might be the type of rock that comes from it, but
Well, I think that's when...
same with basalt.
It-
That's big old saying.
Yeah, pumice is when it hits water and rapidly cools.
We are putting together the 780, I don't know, whatever grade it is in the US, class students and what they remember of geography. And we will come together with an answer here by throwing random words out that we vaguely recollect.
I can't hear magma without thinking about Dr. Evil, though. Liquid hot magma.
Rock. Yeah, good one, Hawkeye. That's probably it.
Oh, that rock. Why didn't you say that then?
Hummus is food, not rock. Are you sure? I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure it is. I think you bought into the hype, big ol'.
Hipster food.
Right, I'm going back with the load I've got here. Get it going.
Yeah, igneous rock was what I had in my mind as well. How am I going to say that? Mailu? Maybe? Mailiu? Oof, there's too many vowels in your name, friend. You need to chill out on the vowels next time round. Obsidian, but this time in caps with spaces between them. That makes it more legitimate, you see. When you say in capital letters and space out the letters, that's basically the same as having a scientific paper published.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how the geologists do it.
It is
They type
igneous
it up.
rock. God damn it! I should have just said it at the start. Oh. X lava. Yes, that's the one. I feel like I should just have a constant banner scrolling at the bottom of the screen that says no playtest isn't live. Although to be fair, I also feel like I could have seen that coming. So, kind of my own fault. No, the playtest, I'm afraid, is not live, friends. We have saved the files so that we can continue testing and hopefully give you guys a bit of an idea of what's going on. Although, it'd be nice at some point in the near future to actually get off this rock and see if we can do some trading. We're not earning very much down here.
We actually should be all set at this point. I'm getting the last thruster welded up right now.
Nice. And she can do a return journey back here as well, right?
Should be able to, as long as we got enough power on board. Maybe slap down a couple solars just in case, or a hydrogen engine, but...
Alright, what if she's that close already, while we bring the rest of this back, do you want to stick it on like a really simple piston drill arm to just chew through a bunch of rock while we're away? Means when we get back, we'll just have a bunch of materials waiting, you know?
Ooh, there's silver here too. Should we grab silver?
Grab a little bit, why not? My music stopped, and my drink's empty. Both at the same time, right, we can fix this. Start off with fixing the music. Part 2. Fix drink. What's that? What's an Amarok? No, it's not the VW truck. We're going to eventually get to the point with cars where they're the same point as they are with movies, where they've just plain run out of names that haven't been used. And so they're getting more and more convoluted and stupid and hard to present on a box cover.
You mean like just about anything that Lamborghini puts out now?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is starting to feel like they've just run out of names to use, right? Like single word names, they're done. It's like web addresses. Cool. I'm going to sit in here briefly. Guys, apologise, but I will be right back. I will leave you with the very epic view of spacebar mining from underground. Look at that, you see? Progress happening live.
Mm-hmm. My inner dwarf is coming out. Of course, he would do that right as my inventory is getting full. Oh, and my energy's low. I keep wanting to use right click to deposit stuff.
No, you have to go into the inventory to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my music stopped too.
I can think of a reason why there's a pause button for live streams tonight. Because you can actually pause them, and that way if you want to go and take a bio break, or whatever, you pause the stream, come back, and pick up from where you left off.
I know, Tarmac. I'm just used to easy inventory.
There we go. Not space ant, space fire ant. Yeah.
Space fire ant. Moon ants.
May I suggest a solar panel to charge the creepy crawler? That is the best name. God damn it. I'm now going to have to make a design that's just called the creepy crawler just to follow up on that. That's cool. Yeah, I reckon we could fit a solar panel on there. That'd be pretty good. Once we got the plate. I'm not going to be able to get spacebar. Time to board.
Yeah, let me grab the rest of this down in here. Okay. Full pocket. Almost. Oh, wow. That is a color.
That is a colour, yes. Well noticed.
It's a very bright red.
It's a wasted space red, I think they call that.
Yeah.
The sort of red that only someone that can't see red properly would ever choose.
He's finally come over to the red team side, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, the one thing I wanted to work is helping, which is that the length stops it from wanting to, like the other one did, it was really wanting to, like, nosedive. Why have we not done much on the moon? The moon's kind of fun.
I actually kind of like the moon. Mostly because you don't go to it very often. It's kind of one of those things. I'm always kind of, I don't know if it's like fascinated, but I've always wanted to visit the real moon, and I know that's not going to happen in my lifetime, probably.
You've always wanted to visit the real moon. Oh,
Well, I mean, like in real life.
The fake moon.
Well, I mean, like in real life, not in a video game.
No, but just the levels to that was beautiful. Thank you, Spacebar. No. I'm afraid we're going to have to, at some point, buy Spacebar a helmet so that he can sit in his chair and pretend he's in space. Get him a full suit, maybe.
Moon boots.
You can get some like Cold War era Russian like cosmonaut suits quite cheap. You get you one of those, you'll never get out of it again. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, no, I actually kind of want that now you're talking about it.
When I say you'll never get out of it again, I mean you physically won't be able to get out of it.
Oh, right, there's stuff in the cargo.
Lol, Hawkeye.
Well, there was.
Alright, now I'm starting to enjoy the fact that people are taking you seriously.
Oh. I mean,
The moon is real, though.
when I say the real moon, I mean the lunar lander set, obviously. I can't believe I have to, in 2019, clarify that I'm talking about the set in Hollywood, not the actual quote-unquote moon.
I'm sad that I came across randomly while searching around online a "The Earth is Photoshopped" T-shirt, and it was a really cool T-shirt. Like, it had a really cool looking like design and everything, and it said "The Earth is Photoshopped," and I thought, oh, that's cool. I like that. And then, of course, it had to go and have, like, some legitimate flat earther slogan underneath it. I was like, oh, fuck's sake, you went and ruined it. That would have been awesome.
Farrell, it's uneven. You got the oxygen generator on one side and not on the other.
Yeah, and? It works, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know how absolutely nuts I drove some people on Red Team with my miner in PvPvP? Little small ship miner that was just completely asymmetrical.
Oh, is that it, Zaphod? And if anyone knows, it would be Zaphod. He says the problem is the moon that's flat.
Well, duh.
And it's just those 18 guys are in on it. And raking in the cash. That makes much more sense than flat Earth, to be fair. It's actually the moon's just stapled on up there.
Yeah.
And that's why they recorded it all on a set. It's because the moon's not real. It's flat. Someone's like America has flown up a big like picture of the moon at some point. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there we go.
Perfectly plausible.
And now they're just raking in all that cash on royalties and like interviews and whatnot, all because the moon's flat. I like it.
Yeah.
Good plan. Zaphod, he's got it.
He's really got his towel with him on that one.
Or it's a space station. That's the other option. I haven't decided which yet.
No, it's a staging point for the lizard people.
Staging point for the lizard people. No, okay. It's a new option I hadn't even thought of, but somehow just sounds right. Something about the conviction in your voice when you say it, Spacebar.
I mean, duh. What else is it for?
K-Watt has a strong argument. He says, it looks flat from here. And, yeah, I can't argue with him.
I mean, of course it's flat. They keep talking about the dark side of the moon. If it were round, it'd be lit up all the time.
I really hope somewhere out there is at least one person that is taking this seriously.
Farrell, I think?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it there, so
Okay.
taking that bit out. Just it needs a jaw. It's got a strong chin on it.
There's a Jay Leno joke in there, but I'm not going there.
Yeah, you know what? You might actually, I assume it's Capac that's on the Zebra Monkeys account, because Splitsy was definitely on Splitsy earlier. So, correct. Demonetized removed from YouTube for conspiratorial theories. I get banned from Twitter next. Or I'm just going to forget what the hell it was I came here for. What was I building? Connection dock.
Oh.
How's progress looking, Mr. Farrell?
Pretty good.
Oh, super impressive journey to space, only to come back down again and try and build a jump drive ready. Oh, Alex, that's beautiful. Thank you for the donation. I used to know someone who didn't think we faked the moon landing, but the moon was fake. Basically, I think the moon is held in orbit by giant thrusters, and the moon landing was a maintenance run. Seems fairly likely. Yeah, I'd buy that.
The lizard people hired us to come do maintenance on the moon thrusters.
You got a thing about the lizard people, Spacebar, and it's worrying me.
I mean, I can't believe you guys are just now figuring this all out. It's been about 2 years.
Do you like if I was to just offer you up an insect right now, would you be like, ooh, insect? Or would you be like, ooh, insect?
It would depend on the insect.
Okay, so we've learned one thing tonight is that the insect people, not only are they among us, but they're picky with their food.
Oh.
We have to be sure we prepare the right insects for when they arrive.
Totally not a distraction, but we're out of interior plates. I'm queuing some up.
Game is also doing some interesting things with thrusters right now. The ions on the I don't dare call it a pelican, but the
Pelican.
Chincraft here on or off?
They looked off. I thought you turned them off.
I did turn them off explicitly, and I'm turning them on, and they're not turning on.
Do you have? Yeah, you got power.
Yeah, there's power on the grid. I mean, I've got solar power for backup as it is, but it doesn't want to. I promise there's no explosives in on it.
It says it
Not
doesn't
like the
have
last
power.
time.
What? It says it doesn't. When I hopped in
Yeah.
the cockpit, it says it doesn't have power. Hmm.
Yeah, I can't even access the batteries on there. They're owner wasted space, transfer to. They're set to share with the faction, but they're
Wonder if
clearly not providing power.
Fully recharged in 66 days, 24 days.
Yeah, it's because they're getting absolutely crap for whatchamacallit right now.
Let me see if me sharing them makes any difference. One sec.
Yeah.
There they are now. Farrell batteries.
Alright.
Oh, there we go. 19 days, 29 days. Power. Huh.
Interesting.
Alright, see if you can
What
can
is
you
going
unlock and
on?
take off?
No.
Hmm.
Here, let me hop out and see your main cockpit.
Alright. Alright, let's try grid power cycle. Pressure's off on. Yeah. I had something weird similar happen in the beta where for some reason hydrogen thrusters weren't turning on and off properly too.
Let's give it a copy and paste.
Admin menu is only available when you're admin or when an admin promotes you to observer and beyond.
Ah, that's a shame. Oh well.
Yep.
Find a new idea. Hey, Brian. Thank you, dude. Because to rear mount the projector, the connectors, big ol', you end up having them in a position where they're out of the way of your wheels, etc. If you side mount them, they have to extend quite a long way outside the edge of the vehicle.
That is really weird.
Right. Yeah, give it a try.
Not that we have any uranium for it, but I've at least got a reactor on here.
Hang on, let me copy paste it.
Okay.
Yep, that fixed it.
Yeah, there we go. Now they're on.
That's nothing new though. Copy paste bugs have been around for ages.
Okay, so I need more down thrust on this thing then.
I know, we should have plenty. Might as well just go with 2 downward, maybe?
There are 2 downward, so...
I mean, I'm sorry, I meant 2 large down.
I think we should be good with...
It has been,
I think
Nicola.
2 downward's a little overkill.
Just to explain for everybody, like, there wasn't a stream last week, and if you weren't paying attention to some of the streams that have been going on, you wouldn't have known why. Last week is that 1 week off I have a year, where basically a bunch of my friends from World of Warcraft come around, they stay with me, we have a guild meet, and I disappear for a week, basically. And that was that. And at the same time, I know there's been a lack of overall content on the channel. Partly this is because I am streaming more on Twitch, I've got to admit. And partly this is because, I don't know, there's a level of burnout in existence that might mean that you'll find there's some changes on the YouTube channel coming. Hopefully changes that are almost more back towards what I used to do, but maybe with some new additions and also maybe with some... Oh, balls, I'm too high, aren't I? In fact, I think the legs themselves get in the way. I can't go any further backwards.
You're at the right height, just, yeah.
Damn it.
Not enough room, which is weird. You looks like you should have enough room. I guess that connector collision box is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I think I'll just move the connector on this back rather than try and rerun the wheels, etc.
Yeah, that probably would be easier. Man, I don't know what I did to throw my throat off.
Safe zones prevent new clang from being built. Yeah, that's a better way of describing it. And Farrell, I'm sure, can tell us some interesting things about how Bob behaves alongside safe zones.
Yeah, he don't like that. You take a Bob through a safe zone, you get him out, you don't really have so much of a full Bob left. You have kind of like a block mostly disassembler.
Which is so weird.
As in, he'll take everything apart down to the point at which it's got no parts left in it, but cannot remove the block itself.
Mm-hmm.
Finished it.
The meet went really well, thank you, Ryder. We let's have a look. What games do we play this year's guild meet? Because for Spacebar, I can see the blooming lady on the... Why
What?
every time?
What?
You know what?
Don't. What do I do now?
Sit in the cockpit.
No. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Fucking guilty. Fucking guilty.
Ah!
Oh, the sounds of a guilty man. Yeah, that's right, you run. Yeah, so Guild Meet is a chance once a year to meet up with friends that I've known for a very long time but don't see very often because they're from all around Europe. And we end up, I will admit, drinking a fair bit and chatting a fair bit and playing a lot of stupid tabletop and card and board games and so on. This year's gems definitely have to be the Resistance, which was actually handled 10 people quite well and was hilarious. Oh my god, that's so good as a like quick to pick up party game for people that even for people that wouldn't normally be into that sort of thing. How are we looking, Farrell?
Not too bad.
We ready to
Should
go?
we
Or?
there and back? Yeah, I think we're good to go.
And then we had what else? Small World, which is quality, like quick but brutal. We played God's Gods, Terry Pratchett board game, which was quality but actually not that great a game, in honesty. Like the game itself's fairly bland, but the references are quality. Tonight's stream thumbnail is a reference to Terry Pratchett.
Alright, where are we going to?
One of the places. Closest one.
Okay, I guess that's that one.
DVMK looks closest. Yep.
Greg, you would think that, but a true pirate's favorite letter is the C. The C will always be their favorite, or their one true love.
It's just bad.
What?
It
Ring the
is.
bell.
16 mins. We probably want to clear Grav quickly.
Yeah, we can just ballistic it.
A fair big ol'. The problem with Thud is going to be it's going to be
Uh-oh.
like too
That's
few
okay,
people.
I'm turning to get sun.
It doesn't feel that okay. But of course we got we got solar panels and batteries involved. It'll say no fuel over and over again because it's an idiot. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
Did you put any ice in the?
Yep, 1.1. So we have the hydro engine if we need it.
All good, Karen. Go for it. And yeah, it is a nice view. I intentionally plonked our base down at a spot where not only would we get the sun and that planet, but also we get the corona of Earth as well. Nope. Double-sided. But only if I don't look straight at it. That's some cool LOD right there. Oh, there you go. Now the LOD's fixed itself.
Yeah, it's the usual... That's the usual bug.
Oh, I see it now. Why did that just now pop up for me?
Yeah, I mean, the guild meet does tie into what I was talking about YouTube changes. One of the things that I'm hoping to do in the near future is I've decided it's about time I build us a proper gaming table for these guild meets. And I'm going to record that process, or however awful it's going to end up being, because it will be awful. I don't know what I'm doing. But we are intending on at least trying to record that, and then maybe at the end of it, having built the cool-ass gaming table, recording or doing some streams on it. Some of the stuff we play.
Fuel.
Oop,
I'm
hello.
sorry to that.
It's alright, we're in a safe zone, we can't hurt ourselves.
We're in a safe zone. I can do anything I want here, and I won't lose faction rep for it.
That's a neat looking station.
I'm calling Aragath immediately.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If Keen end up with some vanilla ships that look cool, it's almost always Aragath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's gravity here,
Yeah,
by
the
the way,
best-
spacebar. I did exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
the,
for that.
Best part is landing gears don't work here either.
Really? Huh.
That's the,
Wow, this is awesome.
Oh, it's... I like the, actually, this is the one I tore apart earlier. I don't know exactly how this one's laid out.
I like how it's got kind of like a control tower, flight tower.
Look straight up. Look at what the shield does when you look straight to the... I'm stealing that to use as thumbnail backgrounds in future.
Yep. I'm in a wormhole.
If we stare into it, does it stare back at us?
Oh, that's the Abyss. Different thing.
Oh. Yeah, they look a little
Let's see if I
similar.
can-
It may all be locked up at the moment, by the way, because I pressed that dangerous of all buttons, F4. There you go. It wasn't that locked up. You still moved while that was going on.
Yeah, I didn't lock up.
So yeah, it locked up
Neither did
render rather than CPU. Interesting.
But yeah, you'll note I can't dock to this place.
Now, what's the point of the connectors?
I mean, I
Grinding is
should
disabled
be...
in safe zone. You think it is. Ignore safe zones. What's the
Well,
warning?
if you go
Warning,
in-
this will only affect
go
your
in-
characters. Oh. And then it says grids will still be affected.
If
Typo.
you just go into the connector and set to allow all, then it'll actually work.
Do we have to ally with the
Says access denied.
connection?
Yeah, but you have to do it as admin.
Meh.
Best part.
Oh, we can't ally with them.
Yeah, so you get a cargo mission. You're supposed to drop off like, you know, more grab carriers, grab components you can carry. You're kind of SOL because you can't drop them off piecemeal either.
Do they not have a collector or anything?
Mate, have you ever tried connecting to the specific one here?
This one goes nowhere, does nothing actually inside that hull.
Yeah, but maybe that's
stops
intentional.
Could be.
That's what I'm saying. This one with the big
I'll
arrow,
give that a
maybe
shot.
maybe that's intentional, and this is the only one on the station you're actually allowed to connect up to, and that's why it doesn't go anywhere, is to stop you from refueling from it.
Oh.
That's tricksy stuff.
Yeah, because
I think that actually makes some sense.
They're doing some hacky stuff on the back end of that connector then to support this.
This will be a fun little dock. Oh no, he does have thrusters in all directions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason I thought you only had thrusters in some.
There we go.
He's short enough that you should be able to
Yeah,
see
it's-
reasonably clearly. It's only on the more large style ones.
True.
I should be seeing something here.
You can go a little left.
Tilt your nose
more.
down.
I mean, this is at any range where any connector would be bouncing you around like crazy.
Yeah, you should be connected by now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Ah,
good
we
as
might
as
need
any of the
rep.
docket, though.
We might need rep. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Let's
fair
go
enough.
inside and
Makes
have a look around.
I
All
do
right,
like
boys.
this airlock chamber too, like a proper decontamination. Oh,
And it's pressurized in here.
huh.
Yeah, this station's got a couple of O2 generators, a working O2 tank, and lots of places to sit.
Well, this is one of those multi-part seats. The question
Yeah,
is,
there's
It's a Delhi C block.
yeah, but which one? I don't have that.
that's the corner desk.
Yeah, it's corner chest.
Oh, it's the corner desk. Okay, I've
Yeah.
not played around with it.
Yeah, they
that's
got
fairly
fancy
neat.
with it for this. Mm-hmm.
Someone get in the seat next to me. See how this looks for. Yeah, that looks not bad for. No, fair play.
I kind of wish they would update the seats with those.
The most impressive thing is the fact that you can actually
Emote.
Emote
gesture
while
you're
in them. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Looks like you two are involved in a very high stakes set of stare-off contest right now.
There's a high stakes stare off going on, except I'm far enough away and I managed to take the screenshot at a point where my eyes are closed and it looks really weird. Like, I was blinking at the point at which I took that screenshot, so it just looks like the dead-eyed man on the opposite side of the table is like, what's going on? Is this a Matrix? Except they've sewn his eyes shut instead. Okay, contracts. Look at this, boys. Things to do. Holy shit.
I do like how this is kind of a advertisement for the DLC blocks, though.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all these
Like
nice
half the
fancy
blocks
blocks
of
you
this.
can
But
buy.
that's fine as long as it's adding content at the same time. And like this
Yeah.
contract system is starting to look a little bit like, say, freelancers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
$45 uranium ingots, 2.6 mil.
Oh wow, we can get
Uranium
134 large steel tubes.
Well, no, that's it. What your that's the contract missions. The store's
60
over here.
girders.
But all
Oh.
these guys do is sell ships over here.
Fair enough.
Oh wow, hauling contract to get 532,246 space bucks.
Yeah, I think that's the one. If you've got a yeah, that's one. If you've got like a jump ship that's got 8 jump drives on it, it'll take you about 2 jumps to get that distance to the location. You can do
it's
it in like 15 minutes.
2 hours, 44 minutes. It's 29,574 kilometers away.
Yep, but yeah, you have a good jump ship, you can get there in no time.
How about this? We got a hauling mission. Distance 5.9k. Oh no, 5,901 kilometers. Ignore me. That's far too far. What do you mean I didn't like Freelancer? Freelancer is awesome. It's one of my favorite games.
Those ships are interesting looking too.
Mm-hmm.
That T-ion fade. I kind of like the way that looks. Ion tug ship.
Aragath.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's got his style to it.
Aragath and then some of the older like Space Engineers designs that are built in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in reality, We've only got so long on a stream, so do we want to try and do one of these missions and then maybe I reward us with a shit ton of credits regardless? And we buy ourselves a few things? Because I can't help but notice that under the admin screen there is an economy tab where I can go in and change our balance and our reputation manually.
Yeah, that's funny about that.
So you want to maybe take one of the search contracts? Those seem the most likely we're going to be able to manage it. 23 minutes to find something with a 750 meter maximum GPS deviation.
Well, that's like whomping rats with your whomping rats. Yeah, I got that quote right, huh?
Yeah, when you stumble over it the second time round, it's kind of dead at that point, unfortunately.
Bullseye whomping the bad quote. Right.
Okay, the more they add these new blocks, like I'm looking at the contracts in the store model.
Alright, we got a contract.
The more obvious they've got a new artist for their new models.
You mean you've got a contract?
Yes.
Oh, did we not show the contract?
Nope. Wrong way.
Oh.
I was just checking out what's in there.
Oh yeah. There's that. There's a. If you go into that little room, there's a ladder on the other side, all the way down there. It takes you down to the lower floor.
Yeah, I see what you mean about this being just a like showcase of the
DLC,
DLC box. Yeah, this is literally just DLC box showcase. God damn it, Key. I mean, they do look good, but I'm with Spacebar. This is a different artist.
Oh yeah. It's obvious that it's a completely new artist.
And no offense to the original, but a better one.
Yeah, if they would update the rest of the blocks with this look, I think it'd be good.
Although I would say it's a look that's much more Star Citizen than their previous ones. Like these look like, especially if you come in here to these, whatever they are, the lockers, like they look like Star Citizen deco.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Spacebar! Why am I looking at an old lady?
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Right.
Oh, everybody's always blaming me.
Actually, I think you're gonna have to drive on this one, Wasted, because I don't even have an idea of where to go with it. I think you're the only one
even grind
who
you
will have
if
the
I wanted
GPS
to.
markers. What we have here is a Mexican standoff.
You did that to yourself there. These contracts do have a time limit, I know. I'm moving. Oh, I'm driving, okay.
Fuel.
Yep, because I don't have a GPS for it, so... You have visual identification of where we are going.
Oh, that shield makes some weird rendering, like a weird outline around the blocks.
It does.
It's like a
Really
glassy
cool. Neat
texture.
effect.
Yeah, but that's great on the performance.
It's worth noting the entire of that area is pressurized.
Oh, the station, yeah. Should point out the weapons on this are not armed up currently, so... The demo model, basically. You break it, you bought it.
I don't want to buy it. I want to buy one of those cool looking ships that they're selling for mini credits. Alright, I know a little bit about this in advance from having a sneaky watch on Shack Screen. So this thing is about the size of a loot box and can be up to 750 meters away from it and is yellow.
And you probably have to be the one to find it too. So
Possibly.
we might be able to find it and flag it to it, but it probably won't submit until the person with the contract does it.
I think that's something I should work on, is kind of sharing the contracts. It's
This is a system that's got a lot of promise that, as it currently stands, just needs some extra polish and work. Because there's a few bits that don't work in multiplayer at the moment. Like the data pads are a bit dodgy. Oh no, that was just Capac, wasn't it?
Yeah, little bits and things here and there that are kind of wonky, but all in all, it feels... I mean, it's kind of like when the multiplayer beta test first came out. It was like, you know what, this was actually more or less kind of pretty good.
That's an asteroid spawning in. Roger. And yeah, I'm with you. It's like there's more promise to this than I expected. Right, eyes peeled, boys.
So we're effectively at the GPS right now, or?
No, we're 300 meters beyond it.
Yeah, we definitely can't see anything for that then.
I think we'd be better off leaving the ship at the GPS and getting out and looking in jetpacks.
Can you share the GPS?
Yeah, it is a GPS, so technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're right on top of it. Okay.
That's cute. O2 generator on the ship's not working.
No, of course it's not.
Did say 750 meters, right?
Alright, so I'm going to fly out 750 meters and work my way back.
Yeah, the other question is, would they do something like spawn in a grid that only the person with the contract could see?
No, I don't think they've got that capability. Oh, nice one, Zeke. Thank you. The test does not go on until Sunday. The test is not currently up. We only have this because we saved the files from it while it was up. So, yes, there is no playtest currently, and there is no way of currently getting at this test unless you were saving the files. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but is what it is, I'm afraid. It's part of the motivation behind streaming it tonight, is to try and give people a chance to potentially at least have a look, even if they can't play.
I still don't understand why they don't do the test over the weekend.
Because they're not around over the weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Keen does not crunch.
I don't know, they could at least still let us test it over the weekend, though. One day is not really
that's actually
enough.
a good thing.
Oh, I know. I mean, while it's a slightly contentious opinion, my belief regarding crunch is that if you're passionate about a project, crunch happens. Whether you intend it or not, that it just happens naturally. You know, there's no way. You know, just using, for example, group survival as a prime example. I definitely crunched on that. Every fucking weekend I was crunching on that, staying up too late and working too long, and it didn't change the fact that no one was forcing me to do it. I was doing it, and I'm not saying this is the case for everybody by any means. There's plenty of people that are negatively affected by it, and it is a practice that employers should be much more aware of. But as far as I'm concerned, the important part is if there's crunch going on, it should be because people are so passionate that it's what they want to do, not because it's forced. And
I came back to the grid to put a camera on it, and I can't build anything on it.
yes, I saw this bug present the other night. Once you'd been into a safe zone, it almost acted like you were in a safe zone anyway. Try and grind. I don't think you'll even be able to do that.
I
I
can
can
grind
get
all
the
the way out
grinder
here.
out. I get the animation, but I can't actually get any parts out of it.
Yep.
Oh, Keen. Was I just saying about this being well polished? Okay, just little bugs aside from that aside.
So the question is this thing that I'm looking for actually even there?
Well, you could pop into the entity list and see it.
That's what I'm doing.
Because I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah.
The monolith is here for some reason.
I think that just spawns automatically on the planets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a container Mark II, and it is... It is there.
Try this.
It is fucking tiny,
Planet.
but it does have flashing lights on it. With how Keen's LOD and so on work, I could see this being a mechanic you might want to revise a little.
Especially in multiplayer.
I'm just thinking it's just like... Gameplay wise, this isn't particularly fun. I know you're looking for...
This, if anything, just demonstrates why the game needs some sort of built-in radar almost.
Well, what I'd say is the way to do this, instead of making it hard to find the item, make it hard to get there in time. Make the time limit so strict that you really have to race for it. Because sitting around in space trying to find this tiny little... Let's have a look. I'll go to where it is.
Or even...
Is that even it, or is that just a normal container? Because now there's two.
well, there's mine. I just... One of my unknown signals just popped up.
That's an unknown signal. What about this one? Alright, this isn't an unknown signal. It just... They're using the same block. There you go. All I had to do is teleport near it, and then that block's jumping away.
There's yeah, I can't even see that. I can see the jump flare
You
from it.
do not have permission
but I
to
can't see
blueprint
the
this
grid.
shit.
I don't even see you.
It was, if you look the direction I'm looking at right now, spacebar is out that direction. But yeah, I can't see your beacon either, Wasted.
I can just about see where you guys are. Just.
Well, I don't... I think they should go with, like, a bigger...
There you go, you found me.
Yep.
I don't see you. It should be a
We're both
bigger...
back at the ship now.
Oh, it should be a bigger
Yeah, I'm not.
container.
Not anymore.
A
Balls.
little bit of a collision there.
I looked at chat at the wrong time. It's no. God damn it.
Oh, is that
You're
it?
back on the whatchamacallit, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh, no, that's his backpack.
Yeah, I started emptying it.
Yeah.
There we go, got it.
Which one did we go for? DMVK. I'll meet you back there.
Yeah.
If I can find the ship now, because now I don't see the...
You're 200 meters out.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Ish.
Alright, I'm in.
I'm in as well.
BK. You know what I just realized? Spacebar, we've got an opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, everything that we just looted off of Wasted's corpse, we can sell back to him at exorbitant prices.
Oh, really? I see you have both been demoted.
Oh.
Look at him sag. Doing a bit of KSP launch style with my ragdog engineer here. Ragdoll. What the fuck's a rag? Too many dags in my life, that's the problem. Later, Zavo. Right, I'm back at the station.
Alright, we're 3 km out.
It's not never piss off the GM, it's just never forget that the GM is the GM. And at any given moment, he'll take all your toys away. Right, well, I'm awaiting you here, and I will grab myself a little bio break.
We're back.
I'm waiting by the dock.
Kind of. It safe zone textures kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was just one of the textures too. There's all sorts of different ones.
I need to play around with that.
It'll be interesting to see how that will be able to be modded, so you could do custom textures on it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just, I don't know. I actually didn't even look at the data for it.
You know what? There is something these stations do have. Artificial gravity.
Actually, don't see
Now-
their entry.
I can't help but notice that I'm no longer in the carefully aligned screenshot I took. Screenshot, you know, camera angle.
Nope.
What are you doing down there? The station's up here.
I wonder what
Yeah.
I'm doing down there. It really does make me wonder. Now, as usual,
Better view from up here, honestly.
the bio break offers a certain amount of clarity. So I'd like to talk to you guys a second, obviously, and stream chat. While we have this little discussion, you guys decide what it is you want to see next. Like if there's any specific part of this economy update. I want to throw a thought via these two fellas here. So the economy we've got here, when we come in, like what we got on offer as far as contracts is concerned, I mean, they're alright. But I like their idea. Basic concept of that's really cool. Very, as I said, very freelancer-esque. And then you've got the store, which again is very freelancer-esque. You go into it and you've got the ability to buy ships, and like maybe on some of the other ones, you've got the ability to buy components and so on. What breaks this? Actually, we probably use the table in the corner. What breaks this is the fact that the game is a sandbox game in which you can build everything that you're getting here, and you can just go and mine for it. So in reality, there's no reason to do any of this other than because you want to. So it's a bit bizarre.
As a sandbox game.
I mean, no, as a sandbox game, no, fair enough. I'll tell you that. I'm just saying, like, it's very freelancer-like, but at the same time, the game is not freelancer because the whole thing that made freelancer was the idea that you were trying to save up and earn the income necessary to get something like cool that was an upgrade, you know, something above what you could normally get. So here's the next question on from that. And this is going to raise some massive like question marks on all sorts of areas, and I can't answer them all yet. What if they were to start adding things to the store that are unique? And
well, they have like the some of these stations will have health and energy bars.
No, I'm talking about something more game changing than health and energy bars. I mean, like maybe, and I know this is exotic equipment, or like including some of the DLC stuff in there as a way of like, if you're a non-DLC user, you can buy yourself one of the DLC blocks. But yeah, I'm thinking exotic equipment more so.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly paved the way for that with the health and energy bars they've added in.
That's what would suddenly turn this system into something you'd really want to do, is if by farming it, you could go and get yourself enough money to buy like a Gatling cannon Mark II. Now, in reality, they'd need more weapons in the game, but you know what I mean.
Well, they have talked about adding doing a weapons update, so maybe that's.
But at the same time, though, I could see that very quickly unbalancing the game, though. So there may be players who don't want to have to engage in trading on a multiplayer server who, now by the sheer nature of their being out-armed by everything,
you keep it on as an on-off option, like it is now. And then you basically have it so it's locked to that specific server and save. So if you go and start a new save, you're starting again. You don't have any of that stuff available.
What about Toblerone? I mean, every gift shop has Toblerone, right? You can't get the large ones
Good evening,
anywhere
Mr.
else.
Texfire. Also, Toblerone is overpriced crap that they recently removed some of the bits from, and I'm afraid that means that you can't bring in that and mention it. How goes, dude? How was the gig?
It was good. It was long. It was. I knew it was going to be interesting when I walked in, and it was terracotta floor tiles and garage door windows. It was, needless to say, an active sound environment.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, I see you've been playing with the economy. How's it going?
Not too badly. Not too badly, yeah. We were just talking about some of the directions in which you could take it, basically. Some of the ways it might work out and sort of develop and give more purpose behind it in a sandbox game. The idea that
it's got to have a reason to exist, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really now, other than maybe as a shortcut.
Well, I mean, if anything, this even comes close to bring up PvP again. This kind of comes close. This ship buying system would kind of work, be very quickly, easily moddable, I hope, to kind of what we're looking at for the second season.
Yeah. Actually, it's very similar to what we were proposing for season 2, to be honest. Which I didn't.
So you can have blocks here that have special functionality on it and everything. So
Yeah, even like the ships, the buying system is kind of. That's going to be a little bit easier.
I think Badger Lions has a good point. What if instead of the grind to learn system, there was a buy to build for block options that you could turn on or off on a server?
Yeah, you could do that. It'd make the game pretty challenging very early on, depending on how difficult the quests are to do it, but doable, it sounds like.
I didn't know you could hover over the ships and get a bigger.
And get a little extra view of what you're getting. Yeah, and it even gives you a little description.
That's really cool. I like
The
that.
space pod is perfect for the private settler who seeks fortune amongst the stars. The
So
TI
you
on
think
fade.
Sorry,
what?
Is that a blueprint, or is that you actually buy it?
Oh, no,
and
no,
it
it
printed out for you?
it prints out outside the place.
Nice.
Armored shuttlecraft
you,
with excellent acceleration and capable of planet-to-space transfer. Features 2 Gatling guns and 1 rocket launcher and twin ion engines.
You think you could include player built blueprints?
I suspect that's what they want to do in the long term.
I think so. I was actually kind of, while we were talking, I was looking through the. Oh, they have changed some of the missives. I was looking through some of the data files just to see what's moddable and what's not. What is this save zone block called?
It kind of needs to be an either or, doesn't it? It needs to be either a sandbox where you can build anything with maybe the progression system, or a way of buying things from the store. But the store doesn't really have a reason to exist right now. Other than, I mean, there needs to be a kind of a payoff.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So that, either A, you go through the trouble of ungrinding of finding all the minerals and drilling them up and refining them and building things, or there's a way to make money that doesn't require you to go through that makes you spend your time on something other than mining and exploration, but then you end up being able to buy the same sort of resources.
Yeah, that's what's falling apart at the moment with this setup, is the amount of what you need in order to be able to complete these missions makes a lot of the ships you can buy irrelevant, because you already need to have one in order to be able to. Also, by the way, you all have 5 million credits, so.
What about a loaner system? Like if you make an escort mission, and it rents you a fighter craft or something like that, so that a player that doesn't have that capability can take a decreased payout, but be provided with a fighter to whatever. That's kind of an intriguing concept.
I don't think that's true though, Commander Wolfie, because I don't think this does anything to remove from the standard sandbox game. You have to play the standard sandbox game in order to be able to access this stuff, and I think that's its flaw.
Yeah, it needs ground bases if it's going to make it to where you don't have to build a ship to get out.
Tying this into being able to sell blueprints, and then also tying it into, as I said, the ability to get Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV variants of the blocks that already exist in the game. A Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV thruster, same with the Gatling, same with the rockets, same with the turrets, would in itself be a fair bit. Then add in a couple of super rare, maybe you have to get friendly with the pirates to get them or whatever, unique blocks, and you've basically got Freelancer.
Yeah, or maybe even have some kind of drop system where when you complete missions, you get your monetary reward, but you also have the chance of unique blocks or unique items that are better than the vanilla ones.
No one gonna buy a ship?
Ooh, I did.
Where is it? Oh, there.
Right at the edge of the shield envelope.
Oh, you bought a miner. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It's got a DLC cockpit on it. Now.
Yep, and I do not own the DLC.
There you go. This is actually what I was talking about earlier, the ability to buy the DLC blocks, even if you don't own them. So, And technically, you could, if you could be asked, now redesign that ship and keep the cockpit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I know
where
they
is
say
one?
they have ground bases. I've never seen them.
Well, did you guys use a different planet other than Titan this time, or?
We start on the moon this time.
Why did
Into
they
the
throw
much
my
easier
ship all the way
star.
over here?
And
Because it
Spacebar
doesn't put
bought...
them right by.
Spacebar bought a large grid. Is this the freighter?
No, it's... I forget what this thing was called. What is this thing called? B980 Hauler. It's fairly simple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they didn't even put the DLC builds in here. They
Can
put
see some of the design influences on this ship that you see on the trade outpost.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's very Aragath.
Mm-hmm.
With text, did you just suggest loot boxes? No, not really. More like a Diablo-esque system of, like random drops of things.
And it has to be something where, when we were talking about this a little earlier, we're saying it should be something that's a server option. So you toggle whether you want it to be on or off. So that way you don't have people going into the server and saying, well, I'm playing the game this way. I don't want to even touch the store. I'm not going to go trade or anything. Being in a disadvantaged state over the players who do, and being able to get like a Gatling Cannon Mark II or Missile Launcher Mark IV with instant tracking and whatnot.
Yeah, as Ben is saying as well, it needs a bonus to good rep with factions like Freelancer or BattleTech. Get good faction to get better ships for cheaper or expensive blocks. Or I would say go further and do exactly what Freelancer did, where you give these factions more identity, where instead of appearing at random around the world, they appear clustered together. So you have,
They have
faction
a space to
territory.
exist and there's interaction. Yeah.
And that way, if
And
you're
your
friendly with
actions
one,
actually will affect
you're
that.
unfriendly with others, and therefore certain areas of space are legitimately just locked off to you. And then on top of that,
And they
you
have,
add into the factions like faction-specific blocks or faction-specific skins for the blocks, even. And then you get some faction identity.
Oh,
I mean, they've
like,
already
like
basically
one faction
set that-
having like like the carbon fiber skin theme or something.
Yeah, maybe even just that. They've got maybe you can just use what you've already got.
I mean, like right now, if you look at the faction screen, if you have over 500 reputation, you can get up to 10% discount on buying items and as a up to 5% sell bonus too. They've already
cool.
kind of implemented a
They've
lot
already
of this
kind of
stuff.
got some of it. They just now need to make it so these factions group together and have identity that means that they feels like they own space.
One thing I do like, which I don't know if Creek's still in chat, but all of the new data files are _economy. So it's really, really easy to find what, instead of digging through thousands of other entries. So I'm actually trying to find if it's possible to add stuff to the store, but I don't see it.
But for those who are asking, yeah, I'm talking about loot boxes. Loot boxes it's not a dirty word. It's just how something like that is kind of implemented. If it's implemented as a way of letting the player buy, spend real money to get loot boxes as a way of short-circuiting gameplay, that's not good. But, I mean, there's a lot of games that have had loot boxes before it became a dirty word. And, yeah, I am talking about a sort of an RNG aspect, because players love RNG. It's like, oh, man, it's like, I just finished this mission and I want to hit, and I'm going to hit complete, and I want to see what I get. I mean,
Farm up
that's
some
what we've
stuff.
been enjoying
Yeah,
in
right.
Monster Hunter is,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no question on that front. And there's also no question that if you just look through these ships and how they're described and so on, you get a very Freelancer vibe from it. If they could follow through on this a bit more and kind of lean into it harder, I could see this being really cool. Interplanetary exploration vessel with jump capability and high acceleration. Features living area and crew quarters, large cargo container, production. It keeps disappearing. Production capabilities, medical room, small loading bay, emergency parachute, and jump drive.
Oh, that miner is adorable.
And is the most expensive ship, so I'm buying that one.
But, Don, I hope you're right.
Well,
I hope that they wouldn't try to go the real money route, because that would be bad. But
I think, as far as that's concerned, I think they kind of learned from the DLC fiasco
I hope that every dev has learned from the EA's shooting themselves in the foot this last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, even just like the first DLC, it really divided the fan base a lot, whether they want to admit it or not. And I think they realized that because all the other DLC so far have been purely cosmetic, as in skins and emotes and whatnot. Which I'm okay with that decision. I do not like the fact that they blocked functional blocks behind a paywall.
Bart, I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think loot boxes are necessarily a gambling mechanic. It's how they're implemented. As long as that's not the only way to get blocks and unlock things, then that's fine. If it's a shortcut, not the only way, and requiring you to grind stuff just so you can have a chance at a block dropping, that's fine. At least for me it is. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
That's fine. I mean, that's pretty much done anyways. I think they have learned, and I don't of course it's too hard to tell, and it is keen, but I don't think that they will try to do, purchase space bucks for purchasing 500 space bucks for 99 cents or something like that.
Hope not.
Well, I will freely admit to being annoyed with the first DLC and much less so with the second DLC.
Yeah,
The second DLC actually offered new content, and that's what I want in the DLC. New functionality that I didn't have before.
It's interesting seeing how with some of these ships they've clearly reused older Aragath designs, and some of these ships come with DLC blocks included.
Yeah,
like this one is completely vanilla.
Yeah. I find it funny that they use the passageway intersections for beds, and the DLC bed looks like that. I think Eric Gath said that was on purpose. For this,
Just a nice little nod tribute. Have you guys noticed the bug with the glass textures changing when you zoom in it, when you get near and closer to an object?
Flicker, yeah.
Right, should we try and accept one of the more interesting missions and see whether with our group of ships we can manage it?
Sure.
It also seems like the only way in and out of this ship is through the hangar.
Which is a bit silly, yeah. Especially since there's only that control panel up there. And what kind of... this hangar is too tiny to fit anything.
It's not even airtight either, technically, is it?
Yeah, it's
it is.
airtight.
Like there's a...
No, there's glass
a
the other side of it.
Okay.
Oh, since I have a ship, I want to go jump over here.
For the record, I am totally against them ever trying to sell space bucks for real money or things for real money other than new functional blocks.
Yeah, I disagree with their skins as well, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean...
They put in a system for allowing people to get skins and then never really used it.
Yeah.
All the skins that came since have been paid for.
Even considering the fact that they said they would never do that. If they had added the skins to the loot box system that's in place, but gave you the option to buy it, I don't think I'd mind it as much. But it does still bother me a little bit.
I have the package.
So we taking all ships? Your ship? A couple ships?
I think we're taking all of them. This thing even have landing? Yeah, it does have landing gear. Okay.
Yeah, attach that on and then come and... I've got a couple of cockpits up front, so... Hook her on and come join me.
I'll follow along behind you. And Big Green here. My space
Hey,
pickle.
Austin. What's going on? We're messing around with the new economy thing that they public tested this week that I will remind people we have access to simply because we saved the files and know it's not currently available.
You have to pull out of the safe zone. I can't dock on without the within the safe zone. Oh, she takes off like a beaut there. But does she stop like a beaut?
Nope, mine doesn't.
Have you guys run into any of the bugs we were running with into the other night?
A few.
with inventory mismatches.
Inventory, not so much, but we have had a few. What was it you had earlier, Spacebar, that made you Oh yeah, Spacebar was constantly forced to look. No, you didn't have to reset, did you? You fixed that.
No, that's an old bug. I get that every rare, but I get it every once in a while. Feral ship. We had to copy paste it, but that's kind of new, or that's kind of old.
Yeah, that was what we had that one last night.
Yeah, it's like well, that was old, but it was like new variation on the old almost.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I like the engine pods on the back of that blue ship.
Big ol' mate,
Yeah,
the
they look good.
frame rate for me is not as good as normal because Asus updated the BIOS for this motherboard and they managed to make it even worse than the one it shipped with.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow, the sort of perspective of that thing arriving there threw me off big style. It looked like it was a large ship about to crash into the front of me, right up until it swung by the side and turned out to be a tiny little ship about to dock on the back.
Alright,
Actually, if they wanted to give some goodwill, I would be if they offered you where you could buy the skins that are random drops through the store, that would be a nice little piece of goodwill.
Oh god.
Like, let's say you got,
Yeah.
3 out of the 4 pieces of cow armor, but you're missing that one vital piece, and you just can't ever get it on a drop. And you can run some rep missions and then unlock it.
Oh, that's really far away.
Yeah, isn't
It'd
it?
be kind of cool.
I'm gonna have to dock up with you, I think, or just come along with you.
Yeah, I had the safe zone bug last time, where safe zone was still existing for me after I left it.
Oh yeah, we had that too.
And then I was killed, and I was at 0 health for like 5 or 10 minutes before it realized that I was at 0 health and killed me.
You can, while you're in a safe zone, because the way that they've disabled player damage, you can open your helmet and not take damage even though you're in
Don't
zero,
lock on the spacebar.
you know.
You'll wait. Like, if it's that far, we probably want neither of you locked on, because
Yeah, true.
And I'm so tiny.
I can jump
Oh,
2,000 at the moment. Try unlocking Feral, see if it makes any difference.
2,000 it really shouldn't, but no.
Oh, is that private cell gonna? No, is it really gonna dock up? If they did that, that's neat.
No, they didn't. Alright, stay docked,
Aw.
Feral. Ow!
Oh, well, okay.
No, they didn't. What happens is they fly into the area.
No, it's like.
Oh, it's still kind of cool that they do, to
Yeah.
be fair.
This update does seem to add life to the game. Because you got these random factions. Of course, I mean, you could have done that with mods or whatever, but. Oh. Something's firing.
Yeah.
Alright, let me grab.
Did I hear somebody say that the author of EEM was helping them with this faction update, or was that?
That's what I've heard.
He's an employee of, well, was the original maker of EM is an employee of Keen?
Supposedly.
I don't know if it's
That's
the guy who's maintaining it.
That's the original author of EM supposedly is either employed or a contract employee of Keen.
Which is kind of ironic given how many times EM has been broken since its inception.
Oh, I see what it is. Hello.
Oh, assailant. He can't do anything in here. We can't do anything to him, unfortunately, either.
Oh,
That's a problem.
it's also
second we
neutral
leave.
to us.
Well, no, he's not. We're in the safe zone. He can't shoot us.
No, but his signal's white.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Why?
We're in the safe zone. He isn't.
Okay, I'll go get him.
I'm gonna move one of these passenger seats up front. Oh, I can't because we're in the ground. Never mind.
No, you stay out there.
You just push him out.
Oh, well, this is gonna be an interesting trick. Can he shoot me from inside? Okay, yeah, with his turret's insight, he can't actually shoot me.
Get him, Farrell.
Right, uh-huh.
I don't think he's actually shooting at us. I think he may be shooting at the station.
I can't grind down this block.
Oh, yeah.
It is grind. Okay, yeah, the grid has to be out completely out of the safe zone then.
Oh, that's weird. Pass through the safe zone.
He's shooting at the station, you're right.
Yeah, I think they're neutral to us.
Oh, well. Goodbye. Farrell, you want to come and rejoin us?
Right, yeah, sure. If I don't get shot up.
Was he shooting you?
I don't know
I
what
think he's shooting the station.
No, he's after us.
I'm not getting shot.
Let me see if I can... Oh, he's maybe he is shooting the station now. Yep. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, Curtis. This is fine. All parts of this are fine. Yes, and you can actually build these blocks as well, I think.
Alright, yeah, I'm in, I'm seated.
Same. I've got some passenger seats up front.
Jump drives cannot be used in natural gravity.
Oh, that's a problem.
What about unnatural
Yeah,
gravity?
0.7.
Oh, right, the moon above us. I
Well,
thought it
unnatural-
was the planet.
Unnatural attraction would be... Or unnatural gravity would be an unnatural attraction, and that would just be weird.
Strange attractors.
Danger tractors. What?
Strange attractors.
Strange attractors. Okay.
Stranger danger?
Stranger danger.
Danger tractors, yes.
I thought the stranger danger was apparently a thing in both the US and the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Too obvious a rhyme, I suppose.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, it really is.
Okay, I'm really not seeing where they set the blueprints for the store. I want to see how moddable that was.
I'm not in a natural gravity field anymore.
Yeah, you're... Well, you... interesting.
I like how that is audibly computed in your brain. You're like, well, but... Oh, no, hang on a second. That
Yeah.
There is no reason for this.
I mean, everything checks out.
Oh,
all the
into.
equipment.
Thank you, Damien.
Oh, that must be right by the, maybe it's right by the plant.
Oh my god, that's gonna make it
plant that
really
plant?
awkward.
Hmm.
Alright, let's, new from clipboard. Let's change one of these, and we'll just change one of these by a bit and see what happens. That'll be fine, right?
What could go wrong?
I had to say that, didn't you?
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, I think I figured out why they did the data files the way they did. I think they took the stuff from EM and just modified it to make it work better in their game.
What do you mean?
Well, because like there's where'd it go? What was I looking at? Factions, faction type, economy, faction names. Like that all sounds very mod level.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Which I guess there's something wrong with that. It's just it makes it easier to make it work. Well, I can mess with that after stream.
Yay!
Maybe I can.
Finally, one of these that actually fucking works.
The spurt facility out there.
Spurts. We ain't ready for no spurts. Drone facility, no less. I suppose we could do a flyby.
And this is how Farrell is going to lose his cute little miner.
You should get to keep yours.
No one.
This is the partial beep can. We don't know. How long we got left on the stream? We got an hour left. All right, let's. We'll get to this destination and see if we can do this contract, and then maybe we'll reload with a couple of mods running and see what happens. Maybe we try and reload the actual uncooperative world.
Oh, I wonder.
Could be a mess.
Yeah.
It should work. We may have to travel a ways out to get the faction stations to spawn in. Or basically just do a jump pretty much up. There's a drone.
Do we even have
Hello,
weapons?
drone.
Nah.
No.
It's a blue drone. Mark 1. Apparently also unarmed.
Oh, Zkiller found it. There is a way to add grids to the store.
Oh.
Faction types economy.
The other thing I should also kind of point out for a question here is if you look at the hydrogen tanks in this ship on the bottom of it from the outside, you know how they're all capped off with the tops of pistons?
Mm-hmm.
That
Would
block's
someone
not
tell me-
available in the G menu.
Yeah. Someone tell me how Keen did that.
Super gridding.
Even though
Is
I've
it
explicitly
really?
turned that off. Mm-hmm.
Wait,
But-
what?
No, it actually is a separate block. When you go up to grind it, it says top piston part. And it's the very piece that sits underneath the head of the piston at the base of it. When you've got it fully retracted.
Just in case anyone was wondering, the pirates are actually armed.
Okay.
Oh, so that's where that smoke's coming from. Oh,
I
yeah,
thought it was
there's
important to
a-
check.
There's a little bit of a hole.
I don't see a hole.
It's over here. I'm patching it up. Oh, oops. I did not mean to weld those up.
You got shot up in the
I
face.
see there's...
Oh, nose. Bit bruised, no less.
A little bit of a broken nose. Oh, spurt, mayday.
When do pirates need to declare a mayday?
I don't. I think as far as the super gridding, I think I was only small grid on large grid.
You can place
Um,
piston heads, you just have to search for it?
No, it's
Well,
bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I think
It's
they're
bullshit.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they're actually in the data file somewhere.
I'm sure they're
I
in the
think
data
they're
files.
hidden.
My point is, the only way to place those... I do not believe for a second that they went through the effort of setting it up so that the pistons were actually, like... You can't merge block them on like that. There's no way of connecting a piston head to that like that. Actually,
but they may-
there is if you extend off the side and merge block it off the side, but no, there even that you. Oh no, you can you can attach to the side of a piston head, unless they change that.
Wasted. Is there any reason why we're heading away from deliver package here?
Not particularly.
Okay. Wondering.
Yeah, there it is, piston top. I bet anything they have it set to public or public true on their end, and they just copy pasted it on.
So if you're looking for a nice little part that I wish they actually would add to the game, because that does look pretty nice.
No, that's
Keeps you from seeing all those ugly conveyor ports all over the place.
I could
I'd like
add
to see
that to
you can
the.
add that.
I could add that to the armored conveyor mod. It'd be super easy to enable.
Can you not
Armored
attach to the
conveyor
side of
cab.
piston heads anymore, Splitsy? I haven't tried it in a very long time, but I believe I would happily believe that's been changed.
He knows. If anybody knows about pasting stuff on pistons, that would be Splitsy.
Oh, actually, no, it's Clockwork. Clockwork's right. You merge block the hydrogen tank, not the piston.
I bet they just have it as a block unlocked in there.
I'm willing to bet it. You just got pasted on, yeah, but
Yeah.
technically it is possible. Just an absolute pain in the arse for one decorative block.
Well, they may not even. They because the piston head has a public is false tag, so I bet for the devs, it's like our gas party's got that enabled. So he probably has it as a placeable block. Like I could add that to a mod in 2 seconds.
No, John, that wasn't the destination for where we're going. That's deliver package here, which is still another jump away. Just waiting for the jump drive to charge.
I think it might be 2 jumps away, unfortunately.
Probably.
One of our engine pods got a little scraped up as well. The left one.
Meh.
Fully recharged in 47 seconds.
Good, because we're going past the drone facility again.
Look, kids, it's Big Ben.
Yay! I can barely see it over this half wall.
We're going to slip inside 800? Oh, for a bit. Only just.
And we get hit. I just welded that.
Yeah, it's okay. Fortunately, I can't with spare parts.
I know, Clockwork. Same name you use on fucking Twitter. These fucking headphones. Jesus. Sometimes there'll just be a noise in a music track that, like, it was the drums kicking in this particular one I'm listening to now, that legit sounds like it's coming from my room around me and not from the headphones. And I'm like, whoa, shit, have I got the speakers on? What's going on here? They're like, what's making that funny? I turn around like, no, okay, that was actually the headphones. Okay. Just do a blind jump. All right, we're back to cannot jump into a gravity field. Roger.
I wonder why the pilot seat, why they're yellow. It seems very weird. And the doors are yellow.
Right. I'm taking a save. And I'm making things interesting.
Uh-oh.
Probably Curtis if we ground some stuff down. World's coming back up.
Okay.
I didn't change anything. No, Badger, that wouldn't be fair. Also, my cats don't fall off chairs. One of them, like, jumps into windows. But that's a different thing. That makes a very distinctive noise. E.g., one of them can legit only semi-tell if the window's shut. Tray Flip, you keep your inventory multiplayer as long as you've reconnected within 15 minutes, I think it is?
Yeah, something like that. 15 minutes.
It's either 10 or 15. But there's like a set length of time in which the server will remember you, after which, done.
Although, at least for me in PvP, it didn't always remember what I had in it. Although that might have been me changing my names or whatever.
Hey, I never actually checked whether we got anything in the inventory. We got some free hydrogen bottles. We got some tools, some parachutes, oxygen bottles, and some free uranium. That was about it.
Well, as much as you paid for this ship, there should have been more. We got ripped off.
Oh, we have someone offboarding. It's boarding Kamikaze Miner. It's our one answer against corruption. It's to send Farrell at it in the tiny blue miner. Farrell, who has gone weirdly silent.
Yeah, that would help if I hadn't muted.
Ah.
That'd also be why you didn't hear that I was going to be leaving to get into the suicidal miner. Corruption sends mining ships after you from the hive ship, so I'm just returning the favor, that's all.
Fair enough. Well, at least we were on the same wavelength, even if I couldn't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we're travelling too fast at the moment for corruption to kick in.
Could be.
Is it like area scans?
May just take a little bit of traveling for it to kick in. Do we even have weapons on this? No.
Nope.
You know what this ship reminds me of? It's just starting to dawn on me. It's a ship that only Texfire will have seen.
Yeah?
Let's see if I can find it. Apologise for the lag. Well, actually, that wasn't too bad. What the hell was it called? Maybe Tex can remember the remake of the Constitution.
Oh, damn, what did we call that?
Vanguard.
Yep.
It took me a few moments because I knew it was a name that was similar to Constitution in that it sort of had that same sort of vibe, if you know what I mean. I'll wait until we arrive before I do that.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, entity, indeed.
That has gone complete Star Wars with this. It looks like a blockade runner. It's on a diplomatic mission.
It's not, and it's not.
If this is a counselor ship, then where's the ambassador?
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't really see a blockade runner though. I mean, it does kind of have like that prequel trilogy Corellian freighter look to it.
Yay! I do occasionally still get to teach splitsy things. Despite the fact that the apprentice is overtaking the master. Occasionally there's a little bit that I remember that he doesn't know about yet.
I mean, you could slow down and stop to let corruption catch up to us if you wanted to.
We're 91% charged. I have both entity, but yes, the one you were thinking of was the early version that I can't post in because it uses way too many mods.
Yep.
That's not far off from the actual command to spawn a hive ship either. I'm totally joking, Spacey. It's not how it works, but yeah, occasionally it's nice to be able to go, ha ha, I taught Spacey something. Or vice versa, ha ha, I wasn't talking bullshit. Which is also a reasonably good one.
Always vaguely surprised when I find out that I wasn't talking bullshit.
Oh, that's why it said you couldn't jump into a gravity field.
It's in the gravity well. We're delivering it to...
Yeah.
Interesting. So
That's the first
our
time I've
first
seen it do
planet
that.
base, and it's at the end of a delivery mission? Hey, at least this
And of course I
made
don't-
this worthwhile.
Well, I'm going to stay piggyback on this one then, because this is an ion ship. I can't take this down in a gravity well.
Not even. That's a moon, isn't it?
I think it's on the moon, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
on
think
the
it's
moon.
on Titan with 0.3
So you should be okay-ish.
ish.
Ish.
Will almost certainly maybe survive.
Oh, brave mode engaged.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say if you want the actual command, someone has helpfully typed it into chat.
Look who that someone is as well. It's just, never would have expected such a thing. Normally he's so on our side. I know we've got hydrogen. I'm not using it at the moment because I'm saving it because I have no idea how much hydrogen we actually have. Let's have a quick look. How much is in the
quite
tanks,
good.
boys? Tank A, 92. Oh, I'm not looking too bad.
I noticed that on that ship that I bought, it had quite a bit of hydrogen.
Yeah. This thing I've got's got nothing in it.
Splitsy, the best use of that attachment point is to make dodgy multi-piston attachment contraptions where you can't normally fit a merge block, like we just saw. I thought it was long gone. I didn't think you could still do it.
Might have to add the piston head part to the conveyor mod. call
That's
that
a
armored
really
in-cab.
random. That's like Z-Killer adding the sleep function to the compass. Spacebar.
Well, but
No
but-
offense, Z-Killer, but I'm glad you,
You
did
could-
split that off into its own separate mod because it was properly random that it was in there.
well,
You
I
could
mean,
design it as a conveyor tube end cap, basically.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Armored conveyor cap, end cap. Just bump up the health on it a bit.
Sicarius, there's a gauge in the bottom right, but what it doesn't tell me in any way is anything trustworthy. That gauge lies to me. I've seen it lie to me in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, amateur. Welcome, dude. I'm not actually seeing any corruption come in here. I wonder if I missed a prerequisite for it. Because it's all drone facilities.
Hmm. Did you turn off? Oh. Did you turn? Don't you have to turn off drone counters
Yes, you
or
do.
something? Okay.
Yep. Do the Adama maneuver with a small ship. I did the Adama maneuver with a large ship, and then I did it again with a large ship, except the second time round it didn't go well. And that is what they call PvPvP Season 1. And the end of the Gemini. As I've said before, if just the first trip into atmosphere had been the only trip into atmosphere, it would have gone down as one of the coolest fucking moments ever. But no, Wasted had to get distracted in the menu trying to work out why his hydrogen engines weren't working and end up back in the gravity well. Except this time, much deeper. Not much deeper, much more vertical. Fair enough, Lucas. That's what I thought, but the last thing I want to do is point fingers in the direction of my favourite modder. Again, no offense, Zika. I feel bad now. Zika, also favourite modder. And Krieg. And also that one spacebar.
I don't know about that. one, though.
Everybody's favourite modder.
I just realized what SE needs. Needs a shovel block for when you want to dig yourself a hole.
I don't know. I thought I layered that on all right. Like the first shovel was not so great, but if you follow the comedy rules, and if you continue shoveling, actually sometimes you don't dig deeper. You just pull it back onto the same hole, and you're at the same height still. You just got loose soil ready to fall through when someone throws you under the bus right afterwards.
That's what it needs as well. Bus wheels. So you can throw your friends under them.
Wasted is polymoderous. God damn it.
Hey, we don't judge here. Well, maybe a little bit.
I'm sorry, but that is entirely not the case, Baseball. I am 100% judging.
Oh, we
You
do it
in
all the time.
particular.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
So nice to have this little box constantly flashing on my screen telling me that using premium content.
Oh yeah. The
Oh, does
public
it also
has
do
been made,
that? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because the
auto-
warning for the public beta is up.
Well, it does that if you're using the industrial cockpit without having bought the DLC.
Modded block.
You say he'd just want
Yeah,
an
it
elite
was-
shovel block. That's not the case, because you know that even if there was an elite shovel block, I wouldn't use it.
No, but when they introduce the loot boxes, it could be a gold-plated elite shovel.
Shut up about them. I mean, loot boxes, text fire. Enough.
That's starting to sound more like Sea of Thieves to me at that point. Then
Firstly, they're surprise mechanics. Secondly,
Oh, I'd almost forgotten about that.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, there you go. Every faction could have their own themed skin for the different functional blocks.
That actually would be kind of cool, to be honest. If each faction used a specific, I know we were talking about that earlier, but kind of had their own look to them.
Well, interesting. It's not. What the fuck? The GPS it gave me was incorrect.
Now, where is it then?
It's 24K. It is on the planet's surface, by the looks of the moon's surface. Sorry. Or is that the one? No, that's the one I moved. Ignore me.
Wow. Talk about someone throwing somebody under the bus. Big old bear Jammy Dodger. Wondering if Tex secretly works for EA. Yikes. Oh, ouch.
How's your marketing speak there, Dexter? Can you talk to us about live services and maybe is it continued player engagement, perhaps?
Here at
Or
Electronic
ongoing
Arts,
player
we
engagement.
have synergized our economies.
Oh, I like it.
as
Synergized
to,
economies.
So as to potentiate the player experience by use of RNG drops.
No. Surprise mechanics.
Well, you say surprise mechanics, but what we like to say is super surprise mechanics.
A little gift every time you log in.
Yeah.
It gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Every time you play our game, it's going to be a little more surprising.
Yes. Surprising how much they're pulling out of your wallet.
A vibrant player community. Good buzzwords. I like it. Can't chat. Hit me up with some of those good buzzwords. I need to hear them right now. Obviously, as we mentioned earlier, we've got unprecedented scope.
Ooh, no, that's a good buzzword.
Unprecedented scope is pretty strong. If you're going to throw unprecedented scope in your discussions, then you can be damn certain that I'm not backing you on Kickstarter. It's super and just works. I like it. Little shot across the bows at NVIDIA there. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, no. I have one word to tell you though. Voxels.
Voxels. A voxel-based sandbox game.
Absolutely, it uses the most advanced voxels and vertices.
Oh yeah, you've got to have a vast universe.
To make sure that your sandbox experience meets all of your needs and desires.
They're groundbreaking voxels, remember?
Constant improvement and dedication.
If you break the ground, then you have changed the voxels. So by definition, yes.
Oh, even better, Suicide Neil, a clear vision for the game's future.
Yeah, about as clear as Merrick's windows.
Big ol', you went too hard. You need to ditch the first two words. We don't need diverse synergistic. We just need player-driven economy.
Player-driven economy.
That's enough on its own.
Massively player-driven economy.
Offering unprecedented freedom to the players of the game. You'll be able to do anything in the entire universe. Fully destructible environment.
Versatile,
fully destructible environment.
Multiplayer paradigms.
Dynamic experience. Yeah, you got to again.
Yes.
It's important that your experience is a dynamic
ever-changing experience. No one game is the same as another.
Oh, hey, I see the beacon deliver package here.
Oh God, no. I would make an awful CEO.
I'm not sure that's true. You'd make an unsuccessful CEO on the basis that you're far too nice a guy and wouldn't do the whole CEO thing quite well enough. But
Can I skip the whole CEO part where I drive the company into the red and then just get the golden parachute instead?
okay, I mean, can confirm that corruption's definitely working, given that we're being shit talked by the exiled engineer.
You are, I'm not.
I saw it. I just got the achievement Explorer. Really? Visit all planets and moons in survival mode.
I like how flashbacks is just good bot. I'm not sure that counts. That's something different. Like, yeah, I understand that we are generally mocking the idea of marketing spiel, but that is Keen's own invented marketing spiel that has nothing to do with anything sensible and everything to do with Keen. Yeah. Let's not follow on from that sentence. I think you guys know me. You know what I have to say about good AI. Might just be connected to why any further investment in space engineers needed to come from releasing the game before it was potentially ready. Because, I don't know, maybe the money disappeared somewhere.
No, surely not. Surely that's not the reason for doing
No, it must have been funded by the massive success that was Minor Wars.
Oh, yes, of course.
I forgot Minor Wars. Steam chart-topping, multiple re-released game that was never finished.
And you guys went, oh, you micro jumped, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You should have stayed attached.
And I didn't crash into the moon. Yeah.
Well,
So
confirmed. That is absolutely a
And look,
safe
I got
zone
bored
on
of
a
it coming
planet.
down really slow.
I don't know.
It's also worth noting this ship really doesn't look like it's designed to land this way around, but you know, we'll make
So
it work.
if you crash land into a safe zone, will it not do any damage?
I don't think so.
Didn't seem to earlier.
That's a good point, actually. It is a safe zone. I could have just dropped it. I'm bringing the package. I'm bringing the package the wrong way.
I'm gonna go get a different kind of package here.
Oh, visceral combat. That's a good one.
Ooh, there you go. Dynamic AI.
Yeah, this doesn't really seem like it's supposed to land. The front of it's sticks it down too much.
And not only that, but you see how the landing gear is set up, that it's actually not extended far enough to hit the floor before the cockpit does.
But it's meant to land on a planet because it's got parachutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Although, actually,
it
no,
is
you
a
say that.
parachute.
The parachutes were referred to as emergency parachutes, and I'm entirely willing to believe that a parachute is enough.
Yeah.
Okay, where do I give this scrap to?
Contract, maybe?
Finish.
Oh, is this a rover?
Hey.
Oh, you can buy ground-based vehicles here.
Oh, cool.
Well, this ship was entirely set up to do the campaign mission, right? So that's why it's got the gear on the front, so that it can lock off to the station for the character to walk off when it's been automated.
Oh, is it used for that?
Yeah, that was the one from the first jump.
No, I've never played it.
Oh yeah, I recognize it. Yeah. It wasn't the.
Oh, yeah.
I seem to remember the exit for that being up on the bridge itself, down to the.
No, you had to go.
Yeah.
You had to go down from the bridge through like an airlock, and then
Yes, it's a slightly different layout, but it's the same physical, same look.
I bought all of the things. One of them's falling over because it landed on one of the other ones when it spawned in. It's alright, it's got Jaro.
Okay, that's interesting. I just passed by the dangerous encounter GPS, and it could care less about that.
Oh, this wheel setup is not good. Oh, this wheel setup is not good. It's not turning. Why is it not turning?
Oh god, this wheel setup is awful.
Right?
Could be. No, this one could be worse.
Oh, this is horrible.
All right. Where have you gone, Spaceball? Get back here. Oh, you're using the Hydro Racer.
Yeah, it's not really one to.
Oh. Yeah. Look how fat it is for its wheelbase.
It almost looks like an F-Zero car with wheels.
Hold X to flip walk hold.
Oh, there we go.
And this is another no DLC ship. This
Interesting.
vehicle. Right. Only some of them seem to have the DLC's parts. Okay, if you thought that behaved badly, come drive. Like, look at it. It barely turns, and as soon as it does start to turn even a little bit, it wants to roll over.
It's because the back wheels.
Oh my god, what is this?
No.
What is this garbage? It's not got gyro either.
Yeah, that needed some Blue Danube, or however you pronounce it, playing.
And ironically, that's one of the very few classical music tracks that isn't copyright protected still.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's just used so much for.
Like a lot of it is, but
Specific
that is
recordings of it are.
yeah. Specific recordings of that are one of the very very few tracks that are actually exempt and you're clear to use. So give me one moment, because of that I have it easily accessible.
It's really weird passing through that safe zone while in a vehicle.
Yeah, the safe zone's interesting. I don't know that I like it as a mechanic.
I love the graphic they've done for it, to be honest.
I love the graphics.
They really
don't get me
have done it
wrong.
well, with the distortion as you go through it, where it literally warps what you see on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually been done very well.
And I liked it when it was part of, like multiplayer spawn, because you just don't want people to screw with your stuff on your server. But I don't know. I feel like it, I don't know. I would rather see something that's actually like shield based, where you could, if you put enough effort into, actually breach it, but you'd be paying the price.
It's another keen attempt at doing a mod. Or they halfway did it. Is what it feels like.
You're not expecting
Oh.
to... You did. Okay.
I'm impressed. That
Yeah.
actually made it up.
Oh, well, let's stick the landing.
What mod was that in? I'm trying to remember now. The safe zones.
It's not a mod, it's built into the game.
Yeah, see, I thought that was something that they did.
Right, someone else take over. I'm bored.
I would much rather have a working shield system, given the
No.
basic problem you have with vanilla blocks being
They're still driving,
so
so-
vulnerable to enemy fire.
Just look out the door and the wheels are like very clearly not on the ground.
Oh, good lord. What do they do to these wheels? The settings are horrible.
Like, how do you even do this with wheels? They're barely turning and yet you're still rolling.
I don't know how to fix it. Is it the gravity or is it just the wheels are badly set?
I don't know, but I'm having lots of fun doing the wheel stand here.
Oi, you bastard! Why? I was just getting a good shot.
Oh.
You arse.
Oops. Oh, I can't even get on a ladder. Ladders are so useless.
That's impressive skills, Sparrow. Got a life ahead of you as potential drifter and otherwise car stuntman.
Yeah.
Oh god, going up the other way. Which way are we going? The
Yeah.
car does not even know.
It's like the suspension is too stiff. It doesn't have any play.
No, it's what happens
what?
when you put your wheelbase too close
Let's
together
do it.
with way too high center of gravity.
Yeah, that too.
I thought I could get it
Oh
through a
man,
barrel roll.
I couldn't have got a better shot for that. Drivers in Dubai be like. Nice one, Bridget.
I think I may have cooked it a little bit there.
It's fine. It'll buff out. Little paint.
Couple pistons.
I feel like I need to paste in and vehicle of
Oh, no.
goodness now.
Let's see if I can do a wheel stand on the General D.
I've got to have built something better since, surely. I've built so many wheeled vehicles recently. We need Captain Carrot. That's the answer.
Captain Carrot.
Oh, let's get rid of this ugly miner on top. There you go.
Mm.
I just need to shed these parts, and then we'll be fine. Where's our seats?
We don't need seats.
To home. Where's home?
About a couple of thousand.
No. Where's
Kilometers
our
away?
Shit, do we not have a... I'm assuming it's the DVMK beacon.
Ah, that looks like it because that's where the deliver
think
package
so.
share GPS is for me.
Yeah.
Still.
Same.
Cool.
A very
what-
big tailpipe we've got on top of this particular vehicle, I might add.
Can we adjust our wheel settings to give me a little more power and a little maximum speed cap? Let's get this puppy moving.
There you go.
Oh! We might need more friction. There we go.
You've got all of it now, literally. I feel like there needs to be an air horn going off right now. It's like them Duke boys figured out how to fly. Nice landing.
That's always that temptation where you want to like just freeze the game and go, well, I don't quite know how the big boys are going to get out of this one. Do you? That is some impressive air.
The problem is the music. I can't. When you've got Blue Danube on in the background, you're just like, no, I have to dance. I may have overshot slightly.
It's just a little bit.
bit. Park brake will take care of that easily.
Oh yeah, baby. Wheeling under acceleration alone. That's what we need. It's my RC Truggy all over again. Ready? Oh, I didn't do it this time. Oh, come on, lift it up. There you go. Once it's up, it'll keep it there.
Until I hit a bump and it takes off.
I'm literally just holding W at the moment. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Did you just crash the game?
No.
What'd you do?
No, I did what I quite frequently do. Think about it for a second. What might I have been trying to do?
Adjust your wheel settings on the fly in the
No.
menu?
Oh, take a screenshot.
Yep. using F4 while also holding Alt to move my camera around to the right angle.
GG.
And that was how that session ended.
Oh man. For anybody who's watching the stream, don't try that yourself. Well, have you reached any conclusions about the economy public test?
I think we've reached the conclusion that rovers and other wheeled vehicles are rather fun on Titan.
Yeah, I think I've generally understood that, but I want to play more in low gravity with wheeled vehicles.
Sounds like an Engineer Wars challenge.
As far as the actual update's concerned, I mean, I think everyone can agree. We've clamoured for a long time for some sort of task, some sort of purpose to do in Space Engineers beyond just make up your own goals. And this is the start of it. So, from that perspective, it can't be anything other than fair play, you know? It's a good starting point. And whether or not it ends up playing out into something that we all hope for, I don't know.
It's a framework. I just
Yeah.
hope that they managed to flesh it out.
And not only that, but they've managed to do it in such a way that if you're the kind of player who doesn't want to go on these sort of challenges, if this isn't your kind of thing, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Certainly they haven't tried to force a game dynamic on anyone, which has typically been the big fear of big Space Engineers updates.
It brings some life into the world. And it's a good starting point.
And the actual implementation is not terrible either. Like
No.
for the most part, they've kind of
No,
got it
it's-
right with the space stations about the data pads, which unfortunately we couldn't show you guys tonight. But the basic idea is when you spawn, in your spawn ship will be a data pad with a GPS location in it, and that GPS location is a GPS location for the like a nearby station you can go and visit immediately.
And legitimately, you can just go exploring on your own and find one too.
Yeah. I don't know. Overall, it's a very interesting foundation and economy to work with. Okay, that's an interesting start.
What are we, mid-wheelie somewhere?
No, I've loaded up the uncooperative world, and we're in the middle of whatever reason the EV opening up on the TS.
I did have that happen on when I loaded up the relaxing survivor world, where I had defense turrets that were going absolutely ham on the base that they were protecting. So, don't know what it was, but one grid lost all of its ownership.
Sounds like multiple have. Holy crap! What's weird is the TS doesn't care. Like, it's not bothered in the slightest, but the EV is going nuts. As is some stuff inside as well.
For some reason, I spawned in the Musa.
Yep, same here.
Even though I logged out in a crouch chamber, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there goes the Musa. There you go.
I deleted it. Yeah, anything that was landing geared on instead of locked on was hostile. And started off hostile.
Okay, that's what happened then on the relaxing world I tested then. Because it was grids that they weren't landing geared on, but they were connected on through connector. So possibly same thing.
The bandwagon's connected to the connector, and it's fine. So
No. The point is the connector is fine. The landing gear isn't.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
I mean,
Weird.
on other notes, I mean, it just loads up fine. It actually loaded up quite quickly. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, surprisingly, I got in
actually
really
got
quick.
in really quickly.
Yeah. I don't know why. Although I think they are playing around with optimizations for like Xbox release.
Well, they're gonna have to.
Yeah. I just hope.
When it can bring a 9900K to its knees, it needs to be optimized. Whoa!
Oh, okay, yep. It doesn't
Right,
even
this
like
time,
it
this
pasted
time
in.
the Musa is really not happy.
Wow.
I just
No,
hope
that was just me
for,
copy pasting an EV back in.
Yeah. No, you probably have keep original ownership on.
But if nothing else,
And thank you for killing me with that.
sorry.
That little bit we have stuck out of the hangar there got me.
Let me see if I can get a spacebar while I'm at it.
Nope.
You
Because I
say
was
that.
flying in open air. We're going too fast for my mag boots to stick.
God, the trade surplus has become a scary station at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like, she flies relatively well for a massive lump of iron covered in turrets.
Yeah, it's all those gyros that she's got at this point.
I just hope that for
It
the
still pulls to the right, though.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out why.
I
it's
still
doing
haven't
that.
worked out why this ship just pulls to the right. We've got, like, something's wrong with the right front thruster. That's just a little niggle. We can't do anything about it. Oh yeah, what do the factions look like in this? Oh, they've all got rep and everything. We don't, weirdly. Error account not found. But everyone else does.
Did you enable economy in the world setup?
No, that's a good point. Probably didn't.
Yeah, that's what we have to toggle on.
Look at the mess it's making of whatever that is in front of us. It is fucking cool watching stuff like that light up. Oh, it's got shields, bless you.
Let me in.
Time to light them up with the close rangers. Goodbye.
Oh, good lord.
Oh wow,
that
that is not a small thing.
How was that thing that wrecked our base on Mars?
It is from space.
Come
Hey friend, we have unfinished business. It did load faster and is working better. I can't help but say it, but like this is running.
Well, keep in mind we've pulled out a bunch of ships too from.
No, true, but you know what I mean.
So.
That looks impressive.
Did we not really build a way into the hangar from this direction? Come on.
Well, boys and girls, we have hit that time of night where we do, in fact, need to end the stream. So, while I'm having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have as well, we should probably meet up somewhere while everything goes to hell all around us.
Oh, I was gonna shoot it.
It does look really great. No, it's interesting. It's like Keen themselves have suddenly had a revived passion.
No, I can't find anything wrong with that.
No, me neither. Right. Come join me up on the bridge. Whoa. What did we just collide with?
Someone keeps trying to thrust the ship.
I don't know who that could have been. Mysterious ghost forces. You know what it's like in space. It's probably, you know, one of those collapsed nebulas.
Eddies in the wash.
It's the lizard people, space lizard people.
The space lizard people come back, messing with our warp drive. Guys, it's been a pleasure. This was a lot of fun. Let's have a quick look at Task Manager, see if they've done better multi-thread optimization. It doesn't look like it. Still cranking the GPU.
Yourself.
Yeah, I did. Probably on the stream.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's lies and slander. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, guys. Thank you very much for joining me, Mr. Farrell, Mr. Spacebar, and then a random remote commenter.
The ghost of Texfire. Ooh.
Which is not actually he's speaking to us from his cryopod right here. That's all. He's got the intercom on.
Repent! Repent!
Can't be asked to wake up. He's just like, nah, dudes, I'm staying in bed today.
Nah, bro. I'm good.
I'll chat on comms. I'm just going to sit here and watch some Netflix, thanks. Sorry, Space Flicks. Space Flicks. Can't be Netflix, no. Hit the like button, guys. Appreciate
Watching
it.
Good Omens in the cryopod.
Get yourselves into that cryopod. Oh look, finally my thing Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's why it worked. That's the right one, and it doesn't work. God damn it. One day I'll get that thing to work. It's supposed to be the thing that scrolls by and thanks everybody that super chatted and so on this evening, but it's not working at the moment. I blame Streamlabs. Anyway, guys, been a pleasure as it always is. Down below you can find the links to Spacebar's channel and Farrell's channel. Please go and check them out, as we were talking about earlier, like especially for guys that are trying to do like serious jobs at the same time as trying to produce content. It is tough, so go give them some love. And we will catch you all next week with some shenanigans. I don't know what yet, but some shenanigans. And this has been a lot of fun, and I've got to say, the economy update does legitimately look interesting. And I mean, whether or not this is a placebo effect that there's some performance improvements here, or whether it's something else, I don't know. But either way, I am quite happy to see it. So, thumbs up to that, and we will catch you all some point soon. Don't forget to come and check me out on Twitch as well, guys. I am streaming a lot over there, like daily. I apologise for the lack of videos. I'm going to do I think one of those cheesy ass personal updates where you go and stand in front of a wall and be like, oh, this is my life and it's hard. And one of those is coming soon, I think, just to explain what the hell's been going on. But either way, been a pleasure. I'll catch you all soon. Thanks, Farrell. Thanks, Spacebar. Thanks, Mr. Tech.